what other people are doing. Jesus Christ.
It's a great way to start the show, rather than queuing up Mom. Waste your time, Mom. Do something more constructive.
she's worrying if someone else is lying. So I'm like, how about this? Worry about your own shit.
There you
Worry
go.
about yourself.
Well, ladies and gentlemen,
like it is.
Got more important shit to deal with than other people's problems, right? I mean,
the
like,
boys have been asking me incessantly, Sean, why is your camera off? Are you aware that your camera is off? I don't know if you noticed, but your camera is off. They've just been talking about it non-stop.
It's off. It's on for me.
Oh,
It's not working for anyone else. There's no one else.
Wait, why is your camera off?
The Emperor's new
Oh,
clothes.
so I guess I'm the only one who can see him naked. All right.
The Emperor's new camera.
The Emperor is naked currently, trying to get his new clothes.
All right. Here's the big reveal. Ladies and gentlemen, today I regenerated. Da-da-da!
It'd been great if the
Back
if
in
the
black,
camera
baby.
didn't work and it didn't turn on, and you'd have to
What did
relive
you
it.
regenerate into?
I regenerated
Something
into...
apparently that's more dark and evil.
That's right, a darker, eviler me.
He's trying to be younger and failing.
Exactly the same?
Oh,
He's old.
He's
Old.
hair! Hello! Darker hair! The gray is gone. Wow.
Oh, God.
Chris clearly
Gray
doesn't
is
see me
gone,
very
just
often.
like the grill.
I
What
don't
is
like
with-
change, Sean. You have to go back to the way things were.
Sorry, what?
Hey,
Yeah, I don't like change, says every commenter.
So I made
There's
some
something different.
chicken Alfredo pasta.
Don't like change.
Change is scary. So before the inevitable flood of comments, Sean, why did you dye your hair? Because I fucking wanted to, okay? That's all the reason there is, that's all the reason you need.
Like
It's
Mark
called-
McGuire can have pink hair, you can have black hair,
It's
alright?
also called being middle-aged, and this being the one thing to do with aging that we all have control over, provided it's not falling out, of course, which mine is
Outside
starting
of
to.
erectile dysfunction.
Here's the here you go. Here's the best reason ever for someone wanting to dye their hair. Because they want to. That's why.
Exactly.
That's it.
That is it. Exactly. It could be a fashion choice. It could just be they want to try something different. You know, it's not.
It could be like Sean. You're just really old.
Look at all the grannies who dye their hair a strapping, youthful blue. What is with that anyway? What's with all the old ladies with blue hair?
Blue hairs? That's a thing, man. That's an old East Coast tradition.
So
Like, not even kidding you. It's an East Coast thing mostly.
I don't
Really?
recall ever seeing that.
Well,
Me either. I have no idea what you're talking
That's because Justin, you live on the West Coast. I don't know why Chris hasn't seen it. You lived in the area where that shit used to happen.
I know, that's why I'm confused. This seems like a batshit high thing to say.
It's not.
Oh.
I'm not even high yet. Just
I think I was
Noodles.
dating one person.
Yet.
made the noodles nicely al dente today.
Ardente.
Haven't managed to nail that for quite a while. That's really good.
Yo,
Al
garbage
dente?
gamer,
I just
garbage
usually
gamer, I have to say, I love your fuck it, I don't care labode going on there.
The what?
It's a basement. What do you
Yeah,
what-
exactly.
What do you expect me to do with it?
I don't know, you clean up a bit, I don't know, but I respect the man who's just like, you know what? Fuck it.
Yeah.
No, see,
All my-
Eric
all my
here is just
shit's
being a
over
goddamn
here.
savage. Put a goddamn curtain up there. No, kidding.
All my
I
shit's
really
over
don't care.
here. That's someone else's shit back there. I ain't touching that. That ain't my
Alright.
shit.
Buy a big piece of plywood and
You
put
need to
shit
get
there.
ass down here and clean up their own shit.
Look at all this shit.
Part of my
Get a
urban
big
that
piece
shit.
of plywood and shove it between the shelving units and just let it freestand, blocking all the shit behind you. So it just looks like you have a giant piece of wood standing behind you instead.
Wood.
Just
What
put
about
everything.
a green screen so you could just
Nah.
put anything back
There is a
there?
plan to
That's true. You can
actually
have anything
build a
back
room. There is a base frame for a room here already, so
You could
Oh,
be
cool.
gotta put up the wall.
broadcasting live from the Grand Canyon or Mars if you
Or
wanted
your
to.
room. What you should do is put a green screen behind you, but take a photo of your room first, and then
if you
project
knew
that
me-
behind you.
Not as the garbage.
Oh, the
can.
room
Just
is
investment
clean.
people. You guys have a green screen, all you do is put your room back there?
For
I don't need a green screen. yet.
longtime viewers of the Saturday Night Insanities that used to be the Friday Night Insanities back on Stickam days, knew me as the Pablo, not as Garbage Gamer, would remember I used to live in a popcorn bag.
I do remember that.
They used to make fun of the fact that I lived in what was quote-unquote a popcorn bag because it had the silver-lined insulation around the basement walls.
Had no subwall or interior
Had no
wall.
subwall, yeah.
You lived in
This
a Jiffy
at least has
Pop.
an ever-dry subwall, so... But, yeah, I was always made fun of it living in a giant popcorn bag. Garbage Gamer, have you watched Time Before Time yet? I have not watched the copy that I got from our extravaganza we had last SNI, but I have seen that movie about 500 million times. It's one of my favorite dog.
Blu-ray?
Say what?
No.
Is that a safe bet that we all picked that Blu-ray up?
Nope, not a safe bet at all.
I did not pick that Blu-ray up.
Really? Just me?
There are no special features on it. Bare bone release. I'm waiting until it drops to the $5 bid. Sorry.
$7 at
I
most.
will admit, it has one of the worst menus I have ever seen on a Blu-ray. They don't even have words. It's just pictures.
I mean, it's not like American Tail here, where I'll pay whatever the fuck you ask me to. All right.
Well, Land Before Time is my American Tail. That's the Don Bluth movie I watched the most.
See, for me,
Chris.
I loved American
Rocket
Tail.
Doodle all the way.
no. Secret of Nim all the way.
I saw Secret of Nim once when I was a child. It covered me for life.
It's very scary.
I saw Secret of Nim around the same time I saw Watership Down. Try to imagine that.
I'd have to say Watership Down is much more.
And that is why I turned it to me.
There it is, folks.
Watership Down is in the Criterion Collection. Why isn't Secret of Nim?
I gotta pick that up.
No, that's a good question. I really want that Watership Down Criterion.
I need to get all the, because Don Bluth movies are a lot easier to collect because essentially pretty much all the good ones are on Blu-ray. The only one they're missing is Titan AE.
Really?
That's objectifiable as to whether or not people like it or not. You like it, right, Sean?
Yeah, I thought it was alright.
Yeah.
I've got the DVD.
It shocks me because that seems like a movie that would be like the movie they put out when Blu-ray first came out, to kind of show off the format.
Well, because it's so effect heavy and everything.
Yeah, exactly. But it's not released.
No.
But everything else is out.
That is very odd.
I always thought that Titan AE kind of got the same reception as Final Fantasy did.
The movie.
Within?
Yeah.
I hated Spirits Within.
Yeah, so did everybody else.
I thought the first one was okay.
Spirits Within was a groundbreaking film, but I liked Advent Children a lot more.
Yeah, I liked Spirits Within as a science fiction film, not as a Final Fantasy film. But Advent Children, that's way better as a Final Fantasy film, for sure. I mean, you basically have to have played Final Fantasy VII to have a clue as to what the fuck is going on in Advent
Children. Which is
Children.
why I love it so much. like I was talking about last week, when I was able to reacquire an original copy of Final Fantasy VII. It's my favorite game. And I remember it's one of the greatest games ever made.
Never played it.
Like when Advent Children was coming out, I was this was back when they just had Japanese trailers and there was no American release or anything. And a neighbor, a friend of mine, said they're making a Final Fantasy VII movie, but only in Japan. What? And so I watched every trailer.
Huge in Japan.
Yep.
Well, of course. I remember the day it finally came to America. I bought it, and then I watched it. I watched it with my dad's, at the time, his new surround sound system. It was amazing, and I remember him watching, and he's 10 minutes into the movie, he goes, "Is this in any of those lists that you talk about, the greatest movies ever?" I go, "No, why?" "Well, it should be."
Well then, one thing I liked, I got the special edition DVD when it came out, and one thing I liked about it was they had a featurette on there that was basically a recap of all the significant plot points of Final Fantasy VII for anybody who hadn't played the game or who wanted to.
An OVA thing that's only on that set?
Sort of, yeah. It was just kind of a recap of all the significant events, so you'd have the gist of it.
Just in case you didn't know.
Yeah, well, because I was.
The shittiest thing is that that's only on that DVD. It's not on the Blu-ray.
Oh, well, that sucks.
I know.
It's because I was watching it with Annetta, and she'd never played the game before. So I was like, I see they have a recap here. We should probably watch that first. So she was still very confused, obviously, but but you know, a little bit more in the know when we watched the movie. She liked it just for the, you know, for the visuals and stuff. Obviously, 'cause the visuals are amazing. I was just gonna say,
beautiful film.
Getting back to Don Bluth for 1 second here. I'm of course a huge fan of Dragon's Lair and always have been. So
I think I know what you're plugging here.
For me, no. Well, yes, there's the movie coming out. There's the Kickstarter that they're doing to try to get the movie off the ground. So that's definitely something worthy of mentioning again. But I was going to say, back in the early '90s, I picked up The Secret of Nim on Laserdisc, and I was like, there's just something that's so appropriate to me about having a Don Bluth film on Laserdisc. I can Dragon's Lair.
All my Don Bluth movies were actually, because we were a poor family, pretty much all the Don Bluth movies I had were VHS recordings of Laserdiscs. So
mine were Lowbrow.TV. I was even poorer than that.
Actually,
but the funniest thing is that I think it was my uncle who recorded them, so he'd forget to flip the laserdisc, so there'd be like a pause of it saying, "Please flip to side B."
Oh God, for like 5 minutes.
And then he'd flip it, and it would say "reading," and then the movie would Right, that's how I watched Roger Rabbit for many years. Was off of a laserdisc recording.
See, now I would do that for my family as well. It's like, oh, you guys see this movie, so I'd VHS record the Laserdisc for them and send it to them. But I was always very mindful of that. I always made it like a really nice presentation for them. I'd use the Amiga to put some titles at the beginning and say, you know, Sean McClane presents, you know, Terminator 2.
You should have been making the fucking VHS tapes.
I actually just got done doing that with the new Dragon Ball Z movie, The Resurrection of F. It's a brand new movie that just came out. It's awesome. It got actually
everyone's knocking my door down about that one.
It's good. I mean, it plays on every DBZ trope, but whatever.
That's why we love DBZ.
Yeah, but going back to what Sean was saying, I kind of did the same thing. I found a 1080p copy of the Toei Animation logo, and I even found just to throw it in for nostalgia's sake, a 1080p master of the original Japanese intro for Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, wow.
So that's what plays at the very beginning of the disc, and then it cuts straight into the movie.
That's actually pretty cool.
I like doing shit like that. I also did one for Kung Fury.
I
found all the
Dragon Ball Z intro.
I could possibly find. I found a little 5-minute YouTube videos of him talking about the production. I found. Of course, I had to get.
You made like a special edition.
Yeah, a little bit of a kind of a special edition thing. Obviously, the movie. And then I had the music video. Then I had the making of the music video. All of this on the disc. It was fun to do.
It's probably going to be more deluxe than the official release.
And, I was surprised to see Kung Fury showed up on Netflix.
Yeah, I saw that on there. When I saw it, I was like, oh yeah, that's that short that everyone keeps telling me I need to see.
I still haven't seen that either.
To see it.
You're not alone.
The only thing I've seen, like, if I could plug something, everybody go fucking see Turbo Kid. It's one of the greatest movies of the year so far.
It's on my list. No worries.
There's I think it's on Amazon. I think. I don't remember, but there are ways to watch it legally. There are ways to watch it illegally in good quality. But anyone who loves 80s movies, it's no, Sean, you definitely need to see Turbo Kid.
But talking about making those low-quality copies that we all grew up with as kids of stuff because we were poor, I, for so many years, watched one of my favorite one of my favorite adaptations of Robin Hood, which is Disney's.
Oh, the
I watched that as a television recording on a lo-fi VHS tape.
Awesome.
That was, and I still have that tape to this day.
When you the animated one or the one that like a live action TV?
The animated one.
See, surprisingly, my favorite Robin Hood movie is Prince of Thieves.
Gosh, I love that movie. I think it's so awesome.
It is tons of fun. I have nostalgia for it, but I mean, a lot of people seem to hate it. I've never understood why.
I mean, really, you could only argue that maybe Kevin Costner not really having the best accent, like, is the best. But even then, like, he's still believable. I mean, he's still Kevin Costner, for crying out loud.
Kevin Costner is just awesome.
Yeah. But I think the quality behind that movie is like just really, it's a really good quality movie.
Like, there was like a lot of work put into it to make it an action epic.
Yeah.
Like like it has all those touches of Errol Flynn inspiration in it with the swashbuckling and everything. And I love the Errol Flynn one as well.
Yeah.
I mean, who can't? It's a classic.
Yeah. But yeah, I was really when I read about how much people hate it, I just never really understood. Like, some people just say it's just a straight up shitty movie, and I'm like, you can't say
never
it's a shitty movie. You can't say it's a shitty movie though.
Wait, who says shitty about what movie?
Prince of Thieves, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
I would say it has problems, but it's not shit. It's not a perfect movie. Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure it had I have it on Blu-ray. That's how much I love it.
Yeah, I do too.
I've watched it many times, and every time I say, yeah, it's got problems, but what exactly makes this a shitty movie?
Yeah,
a shitty movie has no entertainment or redeeming quality whatsoever. I am thoroughly entertained by Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. So
you want to know a shitty movie?
I do.
Pigman Massacre. It's a pile of shit.
I've never even heard of it.
The Pigman Murder. Excuse me. The Pigman Murders. It's filmed. It's 77 minutes of just the camera looking at bald skinhead guys talking, and then they all get killed, and the movie ends. And it's the worst thing I've ever seen. And apparently the director's a con man, I've been told.
Do they even try to make it like any kind of like artistic at all, or
No.
they think
No. It's totally for money. And no one's acting. They're all just babbling on and on about bullshit that doesn't have anything to do with the movie. Nothing. There's no hints at what happened to the person who died, that they're going to this place for a memorial. There's no character development for anyone. Nothing fucking happens, and then the main character dies. It's the worst.
I love when Brandon gets angry. I love it.
It's the fucking worst. Oh my
who got
god.
circumcised?
What's that, Sean?
All I heard was, the fucking worst, circumcised.
The Pigman Murders, apparently.
I would do literally anything to get those 77 minutes back of my life. I would watch any piece of... Justin, pick a movie. Any movie.
77 minutes for you to get circumcised?
Pick a movie?
Lowest
right
rabbi
The
ever.
worst movie you can think of, right now.
he was still in
Worst
training?
movie I can think of? We all know what the worst movie I can think of is. Come on now.
Pick it.
Minds of Terror.
Dead
that's
on
77
Sight.
minutes of shit.
I would rather watch
So-
Dead on Sight again than watch the Pigman Murders.
Oh, that one.
There's
I
a
remember
box
you-
quote for Dead on Sight.
Well, and isn't the director of that like a real scumbag who never pays anybody and scams
Yes!
people into doing his movies? And
Yes!
wow.
That's all hearsay. I don't want... there's not... Yeah.
That
Oh,
is
hey,
sounds like
Cass
an
is here.
movie.
Worst movie for me, Howard the Duck. Hi, Sean.
Oh my goodness. Keep drowning him out.
Now he's
Are you like obnoxiously opening that to hide the fact that he said Howard the Duck?
I got roulette again.
Oh,
I
no.
keep getting these for as long as they're available.
Fuck, what? I have never
Fuck.
seen
then
Bad,
for those-
Sean.
I was listening to you, Cass.
For
What?
those who aren't familiar, then Sean will then proceed to find the spiciest of the roulette chips when I'm in the middle of telling a story. And so then I went to the mall, and then, oh my god!
What exactly is a Doritos roulette? I have never seen those.
Oh no.
Roulette is it's basically a spicy cheese nacho chip, but the reason it's called roulette is because randomly in the bag there are several like extra spicy, super hot chips. So most of them are just normal, but there's a bunch of like super extra hot ones that
Oh, so
leave
it's
like a
surprise.
flaming aftertaste.
Oh,
Your
roulette.
sinuses are clear.
So basically, that guy who invented those chips, he watched The Deer Hunter and was like, "Oh, good idea for a chip."
So it's like
That should be Deer Hunter flavored.
yeah, roulette Doritos essentially. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Deer Hunter flavored Doritos.
So what were you saying, Cass?
I was actually just trolling you, was all.
Oh.
Ah.
And then I reverse trolled you.
So the Pigman Murders is the worst thing I've ever seen. I would pay money
Because
to
of
see
Brandon's
anything else.
frustrations, I now want to see this movie, so I understand it.
I will send it to you, Chris. Don't spend money on it. I will send
See,
it to you.
though Chris is like us. Chris will go out of the way to watch bad movies so that when it comes to determining what a good movie and a bad movie is, he can say, I've seen bad. You want to talk
So-
about bad? I've seen bad.
I'm doing this project.
I agree.
That's true.
I'm doing this
It's also
project.
because there's so few movies I genuinely think are horrendous.
So
Oh, yeah.
I'm doing this project in the beginning of the year, or next year, in which I'm sending a box of pain. It's going to be a selection of DVDs curated
Oh,
by
yeah.
me and other YouTubers. And the recipient of the box of pain's job is to review a movie, a single movie from that box of pain of their choice, and then add a movie of their choice to the box and send it to the next motherfucker.
I can hear it right now. Just like, oh, Dead on Sight. This one doesn't sound too painful.
Pigman Murders and 10 and Blood Slaughter Massacre are all going to be in that box.
What was that fucking screener movie that Justin made us watch that one time?
Dead on Sight.
Dead on Sight?
That would be Dead on Sight.
Oh my god, Dead on Sight was
Anymore.
amazing.
We've said Dead on Sight so many times, and we're the only people who have ever seen it. I swear to God.
I've seen it.
I actually just had to watch because if you guys, I doubt you know a YouTuber called Joey Hollywood.
I know who Joey Hollywood is. He's
All
the
right.
one who reassembled the Baby Crying remix
Yes,
on the
yes.
channel.
Joey's doing a sequel to his Rift series movie night. So I just recorded a Rift session for movie night 2. Apparently, there's like this movie called Minds of Terror, and it's a movie that the guy who owns the rights to it begged Joey to make a movie night 2 focusing on it so he could get something out of it.
Wow.
So I had to watch it. It's one of the worst things ever. And here's the problem: it's not. It's just not riff material. It is really hard to find anything to riff about it because
Oh my God, I would rip that movie.
60% of the movie, like I'm telling you right here, 60% of the movie is just silence and walking.
Give
It
me a
is really
second
hard.
segment of that movie. It will just be an unending rant of me just, what the fuck? Do something! Why are you just walking?
Do
something! Oh, God! And you just hear me throwing shit and just like flipping tables.
Yeah.
good to
That would be an entertaining riff, if I do say so
good.
myself.
It's good to watch bad movies like that, as you say, because it gives you context. I can't count how many times, like, pretty much every single movie I've ever seen in which I go to the IMDb page for that movie afterwards, just to sort of see what other people thought of it. There's always at least one in there. This is the worst movie I have ever seen in my entire life. No, I'm sorry, Citizen Kane is not the worst movie you've ever seen in your entire life. You need to watch more fucking movies.
That's called skin slips rule. Search any movie on IMDb, and if there's guaranteed in the message board a negative review, so it's the worst movie ever.
Yeah.
And if there's not, it's your duty to do that, regardless if you believe so or not.
I
That
know.
is the skin slips rule.
Well, here's the thing: it's like
So
there's
essentially, every
there's-
movie has to have at least one,
Yes.
even if it doesn't have one, you have to supply it.
It's like the rule 34 of IMDb. So there's always that post, and the first response is almost always, "Well, then you need to see more movies."
Yeah.
Or yeah, and then
Here's a question
Yeah.
I have, considering because like Brandon's little rant about pig dead murders, whatever the fuck.
Pigman Murders.
Thank you. What do you think objectifiably is worse, a bad movie or a bad game?
A bad game.
movie.
Actually, I say a bad movie. I
The
say a
gamer
bad
says
game
a bad
because,
game. The movie
A
freak
bad
says a
game?
bad movie.
well, no,
Like,
I think
I think
bad
for
game
the
because it's a lot longer of a painful
that's
experience.
true, and
Well,
you spend
that's
more
true.
money on
No,
it.
but here's my reasoning, alright? A movie is a passive experience. You're suffering just sitting there. At least in a video game, you're actively trying to do something. Even if that goal is to beat the game. You're actually doing something worthwhile, even if it's a minuscule amount, compared to watching a really bad movie.
So
Fair enough.
you're saying it's better to be in active pain than in passive pain.
I like that. I like that.
There's a bit of
Because,
sadomasochism in bad game playing.
Instead of just being comfortably tied up, being forced to watch it, versus having your hands glued to a controller, being forced to
Right.
play it.
See, some people are sadomasochists, some people are masochists, and people are sadists. Sadists make shitty movies. Masochists watch shitty movies. Sadomasochists play shitty fucking games and make
Yes.
shitty fucking games.
I'll accept that a very colorful answer. I think it's
Salty, if you will.
like I had the thought because for the first time in I want to say 5 years, I played a game that I thought was one of the worst games I have ever played. Because like last week, I mentioned that I bought a PS3, so like I'm 10 years late, and
Ain't been late than never. Good time to get a lot of good deals too.
Yeah, exactly. But like, so I got the Kingdom Hearts final remix things. So I beat Kingdom Hearts a couple days ago, like the first game. I beat that, and so I'm thinking, well, I'm loving the story. I love these characters. I want to play these games in chronological order. So instead of playing Kingdom Hearts 2, the game comes with Chain of Memories, which was like the handheld game that then got a PS2 remake. And I think so I get like I start playing Chain of Memories. Like it's like I want to say 10 minutes of story and yada yada. The whole game starts like okay. What the fuck's with these cards? And in case Sean doesn't know, instead of the typical hack and slash in the first game, Chain of Memories does a card battle combat system. And I basically played at least an hour of this game before. I was like, fuck this, I'm watching all the cutscenes on YouTube. I described it, I ranted on Twitter, and I basically described the game as, the game is like trying to shuffle playing cards while somebody constantly smacks you.
I saw that. I will play that game. Send that my way.
Let me just put it this way, all right?
Yeah.
There have been, like, the Pokemon trading card game that came out on the Game Boy. That was a good trading card game.
It was.
That was on a video. It was a video game.
Well,
right? There are good ways to do a card game on a video game. You know, there are ways to do it in a way that it doesn't fucking suck. The way they did it with that Kingdom Hearts game is just a travesty. It's just garbage.
I agree, because like I said to people, I don't have a problem with card based. I played that game, the trading card game on Game Boy when I was a kid. It was a fun game. There were Yu-Gi-Oh games that there were a lot of trading card handheld games. They were fun. Hell, fucking Solitaire counts. That's a fun game. If I wouldn't have a problem with the card-based system, like if it was for summons and magic, like Magic the Gathering or something.
Yep.
But the fact that you have to play a card to swing your fucking blade, that doesn't. It becomes.
I'm cool with that.
I'm not. I fucking hate it.
Yeah, it's just a type of game that's not for everyone, right? And it's a game which you didn't expect because it's not like any of the other games in the series.
Well,
right?
I'm not like that kind of. I don't like change. I even want a lot to be like, am I just bad at this game or does this game suck? And
it probably sucks.
Yeah, according to a lot of people, no, the game just sucks. You're not bad at it. You're playing it right. It just sucks.
I'll play it though. I'm good. I like those.
I can't really physically give it to you because it's part of Kingdom Hearts 1 because it's the final.
Oh, I see. I got you.
I feel like the Game Boy version might be better. I don't know, but like the PS2 remix that they had, it was fucking awful. But because I've finished all the stuff on that one, I can finally move on to Kingdom Hearts 2, which I've heard has got like an even better combat system than the first game. So I can't wait to check that out.
It kind of seems to me that with a card system like that, you really more need a game system, like a game to be played almost, I guess, like Parasite Eve almost, for it to work well with a card system, where you need like a dedicated area that never moves, enemies that are fairly slow.
Or at least like frozen in place, like a turn-based RPG.
But every time you go to choose a card to do an action, it freezes the game and allows you to choose the card and do the action.
Yeah.
Which is, Parasite Eve doesn't use cards, but it's the same kind of thing, where you run around and everything's kind of dynamic, but when you go to do an action like attack or dodge or something, or defend or use magic, it freezes the game.
Yeah.
And allows you to pick from a menu.
If it was more like turn-based, where like like the enemies were in a spot, like Final Fantasy VII, and then you played the card, it would be a better game because it's like trying to do it. Like I said, trying to shuffle cards while somebody keeps smacking you. It's hard to go like oh shit, it didn't get him, and then before you know it, you're out of fucking cards.
Yeah, I can understand that. I like RPG games that are card-driven, so like my favorite is Baten Kaitos, which is of course considered the best card-driven RPG. It's on the GameCube. I think you can get it on the Wii U download store.
It's funny that you mentioned games like that
I
because
haven't looked.
the first Dragon Ball Z games that ever came out, the first Dragon Ball Z RPG games that ever came out were on the Famicom and the Super Famicom in Japan, and they were RPGs based on a card system, so you had to use cards in order to attack. And actually, they did that one pretty well. Those are pretty fun games. I played them. They
were pretty much how it would work is as you were traveling the world, you get into random battles, and then when you got into a random battle, it would, from your deck that you've collected from traveling, it would throw in like 7 random cards, and that was you had to choose from that.
Was that released in the U.S.?
No.
Oh. So you have to play a hacked ROM.
You'd have to play a translated ROM.
I would like to play that. That sounds cool. I'm not a fan of BBC, but I'll play a game, right? I'll play the Yu-Gi-Oh! PS3 game too. I mean, the game looks like a fun game.
Is it a Yu-Gi-Oh! PS3 game?
Yeah.
Oh.
And apparently it's a good game, but I'm not a huge. I hate the anime, and I actually hate the real life card games just because of how it's marketed, not the game itself, the way it's marketed to kids, like it's fucking.
All right.
Card
I mean, that's nostalgic for me. So now that I know that there is one, I definitely want to get that because I actually got the Digimon Tournament Fighter for PS3.
Yeah.
I only just unlocked all the characters, which was really hard to do, if you can believe that.
What is going on?
I have no idea.
Sean is being Sean.
I looked in the mirror.
When you
Looked
saw
in the
me,
mirror, I saw me. I laughed.
Is it me you're looking for?
So, Sean, this is your stream. I feel like we kind of took over. I think we need to put more
Really? I
track.
didn't get that impression at all. I was just enjoying the break.
You were enjoying the madness. The
Right.
madness!
The madness!
I don't have any pickups this week because I am dead broke probably until December, so
Fair
I
enough.
won't be buying anything.
Looks
for
like
a while.
Skinslip does.
That's 6 items.
I
boy.
I got like one thing coming in the mail. I don't even remember what it is now. I ordered
I
something.
would have had one thing, but some stupid fucking, waste of a life bitch on eBay took $54 of my dollars. Who refused to give it back?
Yeah, maybe you should tell that story, just be brief.
Yeah, in a nutshell, the lady I bought Mario Maker from decided to cancel my order after 10 days, and it's now been almost 9 days, which on the 9th, I'll have to contact eBay again to let them know she hasn't fucking paid. Cancel my order and started the refund process without actually sending any money.
Yeah.
And apparently I got a call from eBay saying that they've had complaints from 7 other people, giving people of almost $1,500.
Oh my god.
So,
From the same seller?
From the same seller.
Wow.
And all these complaints were coming in the last 12 hours from when I made the initial complaint.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's going on or something like that, but at the end of the day, yeah, her account, after everyone gets refunded, is terminated, and there's an investigation going on.
Awesome.
So,
Great.
yay!
Justice was served.
Well, justice is actively being served over a slow period of time.
Important
I
thing
still
is
haven't gotten
hopefully
my
get your
money
money
yet,
back.
but I will at least I'll be getting my money back by sometime after the 9th.
Ben is still freaking out about my hair color change.
Get used to it.
Says Sean, so what's the story behind the hair color change? Did you do it yourself? Yes, I did it myself.
No, I painted Gypsy with one eye.
And then I tipped her of her money and
That's
kicked
right.
her out of my house, and she put a curse on me.
I just
That's
like how
right.
you read that. Did you do it yourself?
Well, he put a lot of question marks in there, so I thought seemed kind of panicked. But,
oh my
yes.
god! Did your hair just spontaneously change color?
Whenever I dye my hair, I always do it myself because why would I pay somebody money for that when it's like less than $10 for the dye and
You only have 40 hair anyway, so.
comes with instructions. So
No, only has 40 hairs.
Well,
Well, when
thank
you
you.
dye it, you have 50.
Exactly right. Exactly.
yeah, I've always actually preferred to have the black hair. I just I
It
like it.
shadows all the spots where you don't have hair.
That's right. Yeah.
Roth mentioned that Yokai Watch was released today. Yokai Watch, and he said it's the next phenomenon. It Yeah, they're trying to make it the next phenomenon.
I don't even know
It's
what that is.
definitely like
Some new thing.
it's the next Pokemon kind of game. That's what they're trying to make it to
Oh.
be, and it's very much like
okay.
you walk around with your 3DS, and
Bless you.
randomly in the real world you will find like monsters, like in
Fuck
Pokemon.
that.
In the
That requires
games.
movement.
So it's like an augmented reality game.
Yeah,
Oh, is that the same idea as Pokemon
it's
Go?
really popular in Japan. I don't think it'll be as popular.
I
here.
have invisibles, and that makes me point my camera at things. That's the most they're getting out of me, alright?
But
As a
you
two
can do
invisible
that
game
from
for
your
like
chair,
50.
at least.
Exactly. I'll just bring out, oh yeah, I can see if there's a monster here to fight, right? Like, invisibles make sense, but fuck you, okay, I'm not gonna walk around trying to collect all these fucking things to beat the game. Fuck that shit.
A couple of movie trailers we might want to touch on. We had the international trailer for Star Wars: The Force Awakens dropped a couple days ago.
I didn't watch it.
It was really? Why not? What's the matter with you?
Because I don't need to watch any more trailers. Just show me the fucking movie
Oh
now.
my god.
I'm ready.
Anti-trailer.
I'm just
And
ready
then go
to
and
go.
watch the trailer, like, probably right after the show. You're like, oh my god, that trailer was amazing.
No, I
He
don't
always
care.
does that every
I
single
don't
time.
care.
Oh, I don't care, whatever, no biggie, blah blah blah. And then he watches it. He's like, oh my god, did you guys see that trailer? And like, yes, we've been trying to get you to watch it for the past week.
The movie's
But,
out in less than a month, isn't
Great.
it? Like,
Anyway, for those of us who aren't skin slipped, and
I thought it
watched
was-
the trailer,
very few
I
people
thought it
are
was-
skin slipped.
it
Me
was-
and
I thought it
four
was
guys in the
amazing.
band.
it was pretty exciting because there was actually quite a lot of new snippets in there that we'd not seen before. Again, not really giving anything away, just presenting things in such a way that it introduces more questions than provides answers. So
It
Probably
does extend on that Han Solo clip.
I've actually
as a
seen
trailer should be.
probably most of those shots on Reddit already, because Reaction GIF, of course, just
Well, yeah.
a million reasons to make Reaction GIFs with every goddamn clip from every trailer ever, every time it
Yes.
comes out. So, anyway.
So the other one, which apparently dropped yesterday, and I didn't see it until today, was the World of Warcraft movie trailer.
yeah.
Warcraft.
I do not about that.
Now, I don't play the
so
game,
sick. I'm so sick of hearing about World of Warcraft.
so I
I want to see it.
I don't
It's
play
just
the game.
Warcraft.
I don't know anything about the
Yeah,
game.
in its credit, it's just called Warcraft, not World of Warcraft.
Well, yeah, I know, but you know what I mean. It's obviously
It's
based
based
on.
off just the Warcraft.
I
But-
think it's based on the original Warcraft.
Yeah,
Is
I
it?
think so.
Yeah.
It's humans versus orcs, basically.
Which is the original
Uh,
Warcraft one.
yeah.
So-
Yeah, that's the vibe I got off it, because I actually used to play the original, top-down strategy game of Warcraft, and I always really liked that one. It was very much like StarCraft was from the makers of StarCraft, and it was also like Command and Conquer, but in a fantasy setting, which I thought was cool. And I liked to repeatedly click on the guys until they got annoyed with me. It's like, what do you want? Leave me alone. Go away.
I was on the side of the
Start
camp.
bitching at you.
I was a
You sound like
StarCraft
Victor
guy.
Frankenstein.
What?
I was
Or I
a.
just said, I don't know.
Who'd you say what to?
No,
Oh,
it was-
sorry. I just heard Ryan mutter something about Frankenstein.
no,
And-
you sounded like Victor Frankenstein when you were like, "Leave me alone."
Oh,
It's Frankenstein.
It's alive. Eric,
Sorry,
you were
Eric, I
saying
interrupted
something.
you.
I was just saying when Warcraft and Warcraft 2 were coming out and were popular, I was on the other side of the fence. I was a StarCraft player.
Ah, I see. See, I like
So-
both.
I never
But,
really
I
got.
mean,
So I never really got into the lore.
No, I didn't actually really play either of them very much. But I liked those types of games. But just generally speaking, I tend to lean more towards the sci-fi than the fantasy. But I do enjoy both.
I played some of Warcraft 2 because someone gave me a copy for my birthday, but
Mm.
I actually mostly just made levels for my friends to battle on.
Oh yeah, with the with
Yeah.
StarCraft with the Broad War expansion.
No, I'm talking about Warcraft 2. Warcraft 2, though.
Yeah, I was talking about in StarCraft you do the same thing, but with the
Oh, right.
You do it with the Broad
So-
War expansion.
I never. Isn't that the Brood War?
Is it Broad War or Brood War?
The notable thing for me about Warcraft the movie is that it's directed by Duncan Jones, the same Duncan Jones who did Moon.
Yep.
That's
Yeah, it's a
actually
fucking
one of the main
excellent
reasons
movie.
I was even remotely interested in the movie, because I love Duncan Jones. But like some people, I've never touched a Warcraft game, When I saw the trailer, I was like, I've never played Warcraft, but this looks pretty cool. So
Yeah, no, it just looks like a good epic fantasy adventure movie.
That's the thing, right? Like, guys, I was born the same year Conan the Barbarian the movie came out. Like, I was in alignment for fantasy films. I love fantasy films, and they get the shaft most of the time.
Yeah.
So it's so fucking cool to see a $100 million plus fucking epic fantasy film being made. And there's another one, Last Witch Hunter. There's another one that's coming out.
Yeah.
Whatever, it's Avatar.
And like we got Clash of the Titans remakes, and that was cool and all. I haven't seen those yet, but I mean.
Oh really? Yeah.
I hear they're fun little fantasy films, but they're.
Yeah, but Wrath was really good.
Yeah, I enjoyed Wrath more than Clash.
Yeah.
Mainly because I'm such a fan of the original Clash, so to me it was just this just makes me want to watch the original again.
I'm assuming that's what it will do when I also watch it, but I mean I also try to assess it on its own merit. I mean, I try.
I think that's the worst thing a remake can do is while you watch it go, I'd just rather watch the original.
Yeah.
That's when you know it failed as a remake.
I think that's why Eric and I we talked about that around the time that I watched them. I think that's why Eric and I liked Wrath better. It was because it was something new. It was something we hadn't seen before. So
yeah, it wasn't trying to top, Harryhausen. It was just trying to be something. It was trying to be a continuation of the story, not a remake of what we already knew.
Right.
And I think as a continuation of the story, it was very good.
Yeah.
It nicely told more of the story.
Yeah.
So being a fan of Magic the Gathering, my friend told me that I would really enjoy Wrath and Clash because some of the imagery is very reminiscent of like some of the Magic cards I've played with.
Ah, yes.
Giant rock monsters.
I will say this though, Kraken
things
in Clash, badass. I'm sorry, that thing is bad fucking ass in that movie.
Isn't it pronounced Kraken?
Kraken, whatever.
Brood, broad, whatever.
Release the Kraken!
Tomato.
Yeah.
No, but he's so badass in the second movie, it's actually like Kraken.
You're quaking from the Kraken.
You're quacking from the Kraken. You're cracking from the Kraken?
Cracking from the Kraken.
But yeah, like you,
Sean,
I more gravitate towards the science fiction and fantasy.
Yeah. I like the other spacey stuff.
Yeah, I think when I think back on it, this is going back to the Warcraft and the StarCraft thing, since we were talking about the trailer. I think the reason when I look back at it, the reason I went to the StarCraft direction is because at the time I was playing Command & Conquer Tiberian Sun.
Ah, yes.
And they very much parallel each other in art style.
Mm-hmm.
It's very much about like futuristic ships and collecting Tiberium and nothing that's even remotely connected to real life. Unlike
remotely realistic.
Original. I mean, it was such a departure from the original Command and Conquer in the Red Alert series. Red Alert, as weird and fantasy-driven as that is, it still has merits based in reality. It's still real locations, real countries, made up factions, but based off of real countries, like more specifically like Russia. But then you have Tiberian Sun. Whoa. What kind of pot were they smoking when they did that one?
Today's the last day of my 2-week vacation. I go back to
No! Oh God, no.
Yeah.
What?
Feels like it just began. Like just yesterday, I was like, wow!
Yeah, same.
My vacation is only in the single digits of number of days I have taken. And now it's all over.
No.
You're gonna go back to work after being off for 2 weeks, and they're gonna be like, "You look younger."
Yes, the magic of vacation.
Sean, Joseph is in the chat, I think. He asked, "Have you played Fallout 3? And what are your thoughts on Fallout 4?"
I have played Fallout 3, yes. When I actually had no internet for about a month and a half due to being poor, I needed something to entertain myself. So I was actually in the middle of playing Oblivion, and I still haven't finished Oblivion. And I thought I'm gonna take a break from Oblivion and just check out Fallout 3 because I've heard it's really good. And I have the Game of the Year edition of that PS3, and so I popped it in, and it did not leave my PS3 until it was finished. I absolutely loved Fallout 3. It immediately engaged me and did not let go until there was nothing left to play. So yeah, I mean I definitely want to play Fallout 4, but at the moment I don't have a system that can play it. So it's going to have to wait. I mean, right now, as you know, I'm focusing on sort of the PS3 library and getting all the good deals on those. So after that calms down a little bit, and I've pretty much got all the stuff that I wanted, then I'll likely look at getting a PS4, and Fallout 4 will be one of the games at the top of the list for that for sure. So I like what I've seen from the trailers and previews and stuff. It looks fantastic, but it's going to be a while before I can get my hands on it. I still have New Vegas to play, actually. I have the complete edition of New Vegas.
Well then, why aren't you live streaming that every day?
I'd like to play that.
I have to work for like 2 hours, or before you go to bed for 2 hours.
Maybe. I don't know.
Your nightly routine.
Because I've been live streaming other things.
Well, fine.
Yes. Been doing kind of flip-flopping between the Fear series and the Telltale Games Walking Dead right now.
I'll come
on Twitch.
ridicule you while you
Yeah.
get killed by giant ants and shit in the Nevada desert.
Yes. It was fun. Good times.
On a completely related note, has anybody seen the new reboot, the Guardian Code poster?
Yes.
I think so.
That's cool.
Yeah. I think
So what?
The new reboot, the Guardian Code poster.
The Guardian Code? Oh, the
Reboot.
new reboot movie.
The new reboot,
Okay.
yeah.
I thought like the Guardian Code is a reboot of the thing called the Guardian Code. What?
No.
Yeah,
What?
it's a
No.
reboot of Reboot, a new 26-episode.
Gotcha.
Oh, that confused the shit.
Oh, that
out
sounds
of me.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really confusing.
So they're actually making a new
posted in the
That's cool.
chat here. This is the
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
this is the new poster that was released, and there's something interesting reflected in the helmet.
It looks like an iRobot robot.
Isn't it like Megabyte or something?
We don't know, but it looks a lot like a very jaggy looking Megabyte. And
Interesting.
It's gonna be called Gigabyte. Just calling it.
Oh no, there already was a
There
Gigabyte.
already has been a Gigabyte.
Ooh.
Who are they gonna,
Dude,
who are they
do you
gonna get
even
for
reboot?
voice
No.
Wow.
Well, now
Um,
that Tony J's passed away, who are they gonna get?
That's a very good question.
Yeah, I had kind of had it set in my head that they were just going to maybe like reference Megabyte as like a past villain, like
Yeah.
the horrors of Megabyte, but I didn't think that they would actually.
Perhaps they could get a Corey Burton. He's really good at impersonating Tony J.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
he played Claude Frollo in Birth by Sleep, I think, or Dream Drop Distance for the Kingdom Hearts. Because Claude Frollo was, if you guys have seen the Disney's Hunchback, that was, of course, played by Tony J.
Ben Christian was just asking, Sean, didn't you buy your PS3 open box at Future Shop? Yes, I did. Saved like all of $40 on it at the time.
Wait, hold on. You could buy game systems at game stores out of the box?
What?
Used systems, yes.
Well, no, it was like a return or something.
Oh.
So it had been opened. So they sell it at a discount. So
I did
yes.
not know you could do that.
They call it
Yeah,
open
that's-
box because they call it open box
remember,
because.
I have bought all my consoles off eBay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but no, you can absolutely do that. I mean, pretty much every like even EB Games here has refurbished and open box systems that you can get. So at the time, the PS3 this is in 2008, so the PS3 was still relatively new. It's only a couple of years old. Typically, it went for about $400. So we got ours for I think like $350, $360, something like that. It wasn't like a huge discount, but you know, it was something.
Now I feel weird only spending $90 on mine.
Well,
The most I spent on a console is this fucking thing, $250 for this.
Well, you can. I mean, at EB
Wii U.
Games, they have basically refurbed PS3s now for about $150. So
Wow,
I
then mine was still cheaper than a fucking refurbished.
with like a 500 gig hard drive in it, though.
Fair
but,
enough. Mine's only 80 gigs.
Yeah, see, that's why the bigger hard drives always jack the price up. But But yeah, that's something I actually would like to get. Like I will be getting a second PS3 before I get a PS4. A, because it's cheaper, and B, because it's it'll allow Rosie to play her games over on the TV without me having to switch it back and forth between the two TVs all the time.
They're eBay, man. They're like a dime a dozen now.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure. So, well, as I say, I mean, it's always a good time to buy into the previous generation when the new generation is happening. Because
Absolutely.
you get crazy deals.
God, if you're that's like a drop in the bucket.
I remember spending like $50 for a GameCube. Like,
wow.
That was half the
for
price, I think, back then.
You can get them for like 20 now.
Yeah, I don't remember.
No, it's actually a good thing because like with the Wii U, because the Wii was backwards compatible with the GameCube, but the Wii U isn't backwards compatible with GameCube. But they said they were going to make up for it by putting titles on the Wii on the eShop. They have yet to fucking do that.
Bob Ross says PS4 is better. Well, duh. Of course it's better. It's
Wait,
like
Bob Ross says penis 4?
It's like a 10-year difference in technology. Of course it's going to be better. That doesn't mean that the PS3 is a complete write-off. I still play PS2 games. I still play PS1 games. I still play fucking Atari 2600 games. Is the PS4 better than all of those? Of course it fucking is. It's the current generation. Why would you even make a statement like that? It's completely obvious and fucking common sense. Why is it necessary to vocalize that when it's common fucking sense?
Sean, don't you know you're getting trolled?
You're now exploding and getting viciously angry at someone named Bob Ross.
Exactly.
Fuck you, Bob Ross.
The calmest person ever. And then there's Sean just like foaming on the mouth, just.
How's that for a
It
fucking
is
tree?
entertaining when someone like Sean gets all ranty.
How's that
Your
for a
happy
fucking
little
tree?
trees and shove them up your happy little ass.
Why do you think we subscribe to his channel? We like seeing him get angry.
Well, exactly.
I think actually Bob Ross that's the perfect way to troll because you can picture him just all calm, just being like, the PS4 is better.
I'm just going to draw a happy little Xbox One with a happy little dick butt on it.
Yeah.
With it exploding in happy little flames.
So we should show our stuff, right?
Yeah, I guess
Sure. Show your stuff. I have
Wait, Chris,
nothing to show.
I didn't know it was that kind of a live stream.
I picked up 2 things at Big Lots.
Okay. You
I
have
like
the
Big Lots.
first
I had a $5 off coupon, so I got them both for $3 total.
Okay.
So this one I've never seen before, but
Oh yeah, I want to see
want
this.
to see it. Amelia.
Is that like a remake of Amelie?
I really want to see
Someone,
that.
hold on, can someone please
Actually.
fucking GIF that for me, please? I just fucking need that.
No, there's no have that. Sorry.
Identity.
That's
Indemnity.
a very underrated thriller.
We only recognize
Absolutely.
GIFs here, sir. GIFs do not exist in this domain.
GIFs. GIF is a brand of peanut butter.
That app, I call it GIF.
Nope, sorry, I don't know
Well,
what GIF is.
I don't know what that is either.
Fuck
Can't
you.
make
I
sense
actually
out of
have
Crazy
it.
moon language.
I have a UK import version of Identity.
Mean you
which
want
I
us to
think
draw that image in
better
peanut butter
cover.
for you? Well, okay.
You really want. Yeah, Vast Deference says Twitch is streaming a fuck ton of Bob Ross recently. Yes. And there's also a YouTube channel, like an official Bob Ross YouTube channel now that has all the episodes on it.
Nice.
So,
Really?
So
Enjoy.
we could actually do a full 24-hour stream Bob Ross on Geeky as well.
Oh my god,
Yes,
someone
yes,
make
you
that
could.
and camp that channel. You have to stay in the channel for it to be active, though. So.
Yeah. Oh, so you're saying like make a Bob Ross channel?
Yeah.
That'd be
Yeah,
awesome. Yeah. And then
That'd be
just stream the YouTube channel
sync.geeky.com/r/Bob Ross, you know?
Yeah,
You
I
could
didn't
just
know
make
there was a
Geeky
Sean GIF.
add to that.
absolutely.
That would honestly be something I'd have
Watching
playing in
the
the background
Ross
while I
channel.
work.
Yeah, absolutely. It'd be nice background noise.
Bob Ross is always
I,
a very
I
nice
have
background noise.
pickups, guys.
That just sounds like the scenery channel in Back to the Future too.
Hey
Bob
Sean,
Ross
have you?
channel.
Hey Sean, have you seen your GIF in the chat?
My GIF. Oh.
Or whatever it is.
Yeah. Hold on a second.
Going over his face. Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. Yeah.
I don't remember who made the gift, but
Wow, that was loud.
Anyway, what did you get, Slip?
I don't know. I'm staring at Sean's troll face.
Unlike most of them, I actually care about what you buy.
Don't be mean.
Well, you buy weird shit, so I'm always like, God, I gotta own that.
Alright, is everyone ready for this weird shit? So it's a big pile of weird. It is actually, this week, all weird shit.
Alright,
Please,
big
my
pile.
favorite.
Is your, just quickly, Skin Slip, is your bandwidth cranked way down? It seems really blocky for some reason.
He looks fine to me.
Mine's cranked down a bit because I kept having the audio issue.
No, I look fine.
Is mine cranked down? No, mine is.
No, it's
is
probably just a
maxed.
weird glitch. I wouldn't worry about it too much.
Well, it's been like that since we started. I just kept forgetting to mention it.
I would just ask, does anyone see me all low quality when I talk? Or is it just...
Yes.
No, yeah, I do too.
Let me just refresh.
Alright. Okay. I just want to make sure he's, got the best presentation he can for his pickups. You can actually see my little light over there.
And how about now? Am I good looking now?
There it is.
Oh,
Yeah, much better.
I'm in sexy high definition.
Oh yeah, that is way better. Holy moly.
Are you
Thanks,
guys
Google.
ready to rock and roll? Are you guys ready to go on the Skin Slip Express of weird
Let's
psychotronic
ride
video?
this baloney pony.
Come on,
First
ride the
up.
train. Yeah, ride it.
First up, we have Barry Gordy's The Last Dragon, probably the second most known title of the stack, and it is basically a film populated with Motown Records people, and it is a blaxploitation Bruce Lee flick that everyone should see at least once. This movie is so much fun. It's so cheesy. It's so self-aware, and guess what? What's his face? Oh God. I'm gonna look at his name. Julius J. Curry. He's in this as the villain Shogun, the Shogun of New York, shown up, and he is amazing. He's amazing, and this cover is so friggin' cool. It's his art cover, by the way, not a photo.
Yeah, it's nice. Yeah.
So next up, new release title, Spring, came out a couple months ago, I think. Haven't seen it, know nothing about it. Next, this is a $30 movie that no one should have spent $30 for. It's some weird Italian horror flick about demons and nighttime.
Awesome.
I don't fucking know. The cover looks like ass. I hate it. Next, we have a piece of Italian Eurocrime cinema, the Sicilian Connection, directed by Fernando Baldi.
I like that.
Who directed Get Me, which I recently watched also, and that's a fucking weird movie that everyone should need to see.
Nice.
Sean, you got to see this fucking movie.
I really want you to get me after.
Okay, so remember that discussion I had where I read the back of Get Me and all that. Everything I mentioned in the back, the barbarians, the Moors, the evil hunchback that quotes Shakespeare, all that happens 8 minutes in, and then what's next? Holy fuck! You won't even believe some of the shit you see. It's so fucking strange. It's so fun though. Anyway, last up we have a double bill of Duke Mitchell films. This is the Duke duology. So
The Dukeology, if you will.
this film was released. It's called The Executioner or something like that for a while on VHS. It's basically a really low budget Godfather, and some people consider it better than The Godfather in the sense that it's a more fun film as opposed to a more serious tone film.
Yeah.
And it's directed and stars this nightclub singer known as Duke Mitchell, who's very famous around New York, right? The famous night singer, jazz musician, or whatever. And then we have the semi-sequel called Gone with the Pope, where some people kidnap the motherfucking Pope. The fucking Pope! Okay? This movie was actually never finished by Mitchell, who died before he could edit it.
Oh no.
And Bob Morelski, the guy who owns Grindhouse Releasing, released both of these titles, who also is a Academy Award-winning editor, took 15 years to edit this movie in between working on Oscar movies and shit. He did this on his free time. So that's awesome. This is the first time on home video, and this is basically like gold. Apparently, it's amazing, and you have to see it to believe it kind of movie. So
Sweet. I want to see those.
that's a trip down Skin Slip Psychotronica.
Skin Slip Psychotronica. Psychotronic Skin Slip Cinema.
Not even really psychotronic films. Any fan of psychotronic films is like, dude, you're just being a fucking poser. Like, fuck off. I'm being silly. All right.
I just like that term, psychotronic.
Yeah. Well,
It doesn't mean what it sounds like it should mean, but it's a cool term.
it's just the weirdest fucking movies. Everything's something weird video put out, essentially.
Well, I mean, they are called something weird, so.
Well, this is true.
I did back them to get them their 4K scanner so they could preserve some of those American genre classics.
Classics.
Well, some of them are like the first time on film this thing, or they used this tool, things like some of them are actually important, right?
Yeah.
And they're going to preserve those first, and then they're going to get to the silly stuff.
Yeah.
Just because.
Who is next?
I have stuff, but I don't need to go next. Whoever wants to go next.
As typical, I'm going last because I have too much. So.
Oh, God.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm going
I have
last
a
because I have
low-paying
nothing.
job. I spend money because I'm a collector.
All right.
Same here. This is why I have,
All right, Ryan, you're up.
All right. I had 40 things, but I went ahead and narrowed it down to 5.
The other 35 aren't important, so we'll just forget about those.
No.
The other 35 are all the same movie that I bought 35 times.
Yeah.
So you can scalp them, right?
Oh, we have 38
You're the
viewers
guy that
again.
bought all the Mad Max Fury Road steelbooks.
Hey, guys,
That's right.
we have 38 viewers, and we didn't even promise you V codes. Look at that.
Actually, I show 56 on my screen. So
Yeah, 38
we're actually-
viewers on Geeky TV.
Yeah.
Man, people,
Well, this just goes to show. I mean, people come to see us not just to get free shit, but it's because they like
They
what
actually
we
like
do.
us.
So
We appreciate it.
we love you all. Thanks for coming.
Anyway, sorry to interrupt you, Ryan.
no, I was just going to say, like, I remember, like, when I got Mad Max Fury Road, the Steelbook, I remember I kept going on Instagram and seeing people, like, that were saying they bought, like, 10 of them, and then they were saying, oh, well, I'm just having these just to have them. And, like, I would just put, something just instigating, like, an argument. I would just put, like, damn it, I'm, like, losing my train of thought.
Something very innocent, like you fucking scumbag scalper dick.
Yeah, like, no, I think I said, whatever, something like Steelbook scalping or whatever, something stupid like that. And
Not cool. Or
holy shit. My freaking Instagram feed just turned into everybody commenting on random pictures of me saying, fuck you, fuck you, fuck
know,
you,
right?
and the person in this picture. And I'm like,
So,
and then randomly I would get messages from the people that I commented on their pictures of saying, hey, I don't want you to really think I was a scalper. I was really just getting them for my friends. And I'm like, okay, really? Because you just posted another picture saying
just happen to
they're
know
all yours.
10 people
Yeah.
that all wanted a steelbook.
yeah.
Yeah, I was like, you don't even look like you have 10 friends. Like, what are you doing?
I
I mean,
your friends couldn't go to the store themselves because it's just so inconvenient for them. Come on.
Yeah.
I'm a firm believer in, like, motherfucker, you're going at 8 a.m., I have work, can you grab me one? I'm okay with, like, 1 or 2. When
Well,
you
yeah.
got 6, I'm gonna be like, fuck you,
Yeah, like, come on.
But considering that I was basically pushed out of the way by a couple asshole sons of bitches, fuckheads, like, I was still really angry by the time I got home, and I mean, I'm glad I got it, but I still have the image of this guy in my head, and if I see him again, I just be like, dude, you're an ass.
I'm sure everyone has at least one friend that can't get there in time, so, like, I can see that, but no one has 6 fucking friends who needs a fucking steelbook. I'm sorry.
And if you lose that mental image, you took pictures of them too, did you not?
Yeah, I got pictures of them walking to the damn car.
You're like, look at this
And I'm sitting in my car
scumbag.
like a psycho. I'm sure people are probably thinking, "Damn, Ryan's kind of a psychopath." But no, I was pissed. I was waiting for them in my car.
I actually had a dream the other night that a random bunch of those Mad Max Steelbooks appeared in the local Best Buy. It's like, oh, they re-released it, they restocked it, they must have found like a box full of them or something. Awesome. Now I can finally get it, and I'll only buy one because I'm not an asshole. And then I woke up.
And you
What
like
an
went to go
awful
reach
drink.
for it, and you're like, oh shit, my hands are empty.
No, it's.
I feel bad for actually owning a copy.
I got the 3D edition. I didn't get the steelbook. I missed out.
So Ryan,
It's
what
a
you get?
Yeah, it's a beautiful steelbook though.
It
Okay.
looks really nice, but whatever.
Everybody who follows my channel knows I've been doing this like Michael Keaton series. He's been my favorite actor my whole life, so I'm like doing this this really long series where every week I just talk about one of his movies. Well, I'm trying to like get more of the movies of his that I just have never owned for some reason.
Yeah.
So I picked up 3 more, and as far as I know, none of these are on Blu-ray yet. The first one, I think, is a very extremely underrated Ron Howard film, The Paper. Has anybody seen this?
Paper.
Yeah,
I think I have seen that
Howard?
actually. Long time ago though.
Long time ago.
Michael
Yeah.
Keaton, Glenn Close, Randy Quaid, Robert Duvall. I mean, it's a huge
ensemble
cast.
Yeah.
And it's like a kind of a dramedy, but it's like really awesome at showing like the inner workings of a newspaper.
Nice.
But plus it features like Michael Keaton's best like rant, one of the best rants in movie history. It's hilarious.
Nice.
Next up is a movie I still have not watched yet, but it's Game 6 with
I've never even heard of that one.
with
Sounds
Michael
really
Not
Keaton.
me.
Robert Downey Jr. is in it too, but it's basically revolves around Game 6 of the World Series. But
No.
it's on it was the '86 World Series, but it's not really. That's just kind of like the back. I mean, of course, it's more about his character or whatever. I haven't seen it yet, so I'm looking forward to.
I thought it was
reviewing
something but when you said World Series, like, no, I've never seen any movies with the World Series that wasn't related to Major League or some other sports comedy.
Mm.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Next
I've
up
seen-
is Speechless with Michael Keaton and Gina Davis.
Nice.
And I really like this movie because of the fact that basically Michael Keaton is trying to win her basically from Christopher Reeve's character, who it's basically like Batman and Superman. This is the real Batman versus Superman. I mean, it's like
That's great.
it's badass.
That
but
just
yeah,
sold us all on that movie now.
Yeah.
It's the
In
real
fact, that's
Batman
really what
versus
made me-
Superman.
Yeah. I was like, no, the real Batman versus Superman.
Fucking
it's like-
awesome.
Yeah. And the next two, these are all stuff I got with like my birthday the past month, but these are 2 criterions I got trying to complete my whole Brian De Palma collection, and I picked up Dress to Kill and
Yay!
Blowout.
I
Nice.
still need to see Blowout and
Good old
Rest of
Brian De Palma.
I have seen Blowout, but I don't remember a damn thing about it. It was so long ago.
in my sound editing class, I actually had the flu the week we watched that movie, and I never got around to watching it.
Oh.
Oddly enough.
But
I'm pretty sure I've seen Dress to Kill as well, but again, remember nothing
I didn't
about
really
it.
know anything about Dress to Kill, and it blew me the fuck away. Like I was
It's
just
a weird
like,
movie, isn't it?
yeah, I was like the twist. I knew it was gonna have twist, but I was like, shit. I was like, now I know how they felt when so and so came out. But that's basically all I'm going to show. Oh, real quick, if anybody's watching this and has a Regal Cinema in their city, basically my Michael Keaton series has actually been leading up to this movie that's coming out, Spotlight. And if you go to Regal Cinemas, they actually are just giving out these posters
Oh, cool.
of the movie Spotlight.
Looks like another really good ensemble cast there.
Yeah, it's been getting a lot of buzz at all the festivals and stuff, so I'm really looking forward to that.
Well,
But anyways, that's it for.
Yeah, I just saw Birdman fairly recently, like shortly after it came out on Blu-ray, and that really blew me away.
Great film.
Yeah, I was really, I had no idea what to expect going in. I just kind of knew the gist of it. It's like Michael Keaton has been an actor, used to be in a superhero movie that everybody really liked, and that's basically all I knew about it. And wow, did it ever show just what acting chops all those actors in that movie have?
Yeah, it was
really
good.
It's basically like an actor's movie, right?
Yeah, it really was.
And I've always loved
Actors
I've always loved Edward Norton, but that
Yeah,
really
same here.
showed like how really good he can be.
Absolutely.
It also
And-
shows how much of an asshole he really is.
Yeah.
Because like the role was written because it was based on him. Like that's actually how Edward Norton really is.
He's very prima donna.
Oh yeah. Like he's apparently a complete asshole.
Yeah.
I totally believe it.
You know, a lot of his movies has like final edit in his clause and shit, like American History X, where he took the movie away from the director.
Wow.
And the director just owns the cut that everyone loves, by the way.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's considered one of the greatest movies of all time.
Yep. And
who knows? Maybe
and
the director had a terrible cut.
I want to see the director's cut anyway. Why isn't it just on there as an option?
Yeah.
You know.
Weird.
Maybe
I'm not saying that Edward Norton was in the wrong, or even any of the producers were in the wrong. I don't know if Edward Norton did or the producers took it away. Let me specify that. I'm just saying I would like to see both because I'm a cinephile and I want to see the differences. You know.
For sure.
Of course.
Yeah.
It's and like that philosophy I always go by. I hate knowing something exists and I can't get a copy of it.
Like the director's cut of Babylon AD. We'll never see that.
Yes, that's one.
Missing
Like
45 minutes.
Like the director's cut of Book of Shadows, Blair Witch 2.
Oh my god! I would just want a Blu-ray with the commentary. It'd be nice.
Or for me,
Yeah,
the director's
commentary is great on that.
The director's cut of The Crow, City of Angels, which I would really like.
Oh
to see.
my god!
That'd be cool to see.
Yes, because that movie's awful, and I imagine there's a better movie in there.
Oh, it was a much better movie. It was fucking Harvey Weinstein that fucked that up.
Well, that's the Weinsteins for you.
Well,
I personally really want to see the director's cut of Freddy Got Fingered, personally.
I would love to see that. It's supposed to be like 3 hours or something.
Seriously, I would love to see that.
It's actually like a 3-hour epic.
Yeah.
Why hasn't Criterion put it out?
Actually, apparently there's a director's cut of Tank Girl that we've never seen.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah.
There's quite a pile of deleted scenes from that.
There's also a director's cut of Blues Brothers 2000 that only John Landis possesses.
Interesting.
Why?
Apparently,
I'm just curious.
Apparently, only he possesses it.
Why?
And according to him, it's a better version of the movie. But I don't know why. I mean, go ask him.
Shout Factory, get on that. Contact
Schwartz.
Universal. So we want to do a special release. Contact Landis. Get the fucking print. Let's do a goddamn double disc.
Landis doesn't want to come. Landis has actually sworn he will never make another film in the United States.
It's not making it. He's released the fucking.
No,
Blu-ray.
like, he doesn't. He seems very ashamed of Blues Brothers 2000. Like he doesn't even like talking about it.
Wow.
That strange guy says. That strange guy says, for me, Back to the Future with Eric Stoltz. That does not exist in complete form. He only did a few weeks worth of shootings. There's only a handful of scenes that he was actually.
Yeah, it's mostly just scenes from the future.
Yeah, it's ones that I would like to see, just out of curiosity.
Yeah.
I saw a video on YouTube that said that he's actually still in the final cut.
Yeah, there's like one scene where he punches Biff, and like the scene is actually Eric Stoltz punching him, not.
Right.
And you could actually, like, if you pause it, see the hair, like
Apparently, I thought they said there was like a wide shot of him skating, like from behind or whatever, and I think that's also him too. Someone said, but anyway, yeah, I believe he's still in the movie in some fashion.
Mega Commander, you having a problem there? He says, Sean looks dead. Stop fucking talking games. Films, people.
He must be really behind.
We are talking about films. We haven't talked about
We're
games.
showing off for fucking film pickups. Speaking of which, who's next?
I'm confused.
I think you are, Chris.
I think you are, Chris. I think because I don't have anything cast. Do you have anything?
No.
Cass took a moment to look around the desk for a second, though.
Yeah,
Like, is there anything witty I can grab? No.
All right. Fine.
I was actually reading Destiny's comment that my shirt is not bright enough.
Oh.
It isn't. You only look like a lime, and you don't. No, you look like a grape, and you look like a lime. Come on.
That's such a wonderful
Fuck you
pastel 80s-esque color.
Dude, I love that you wear bright shirts, man. It's awesome.
Yeah.
I wear whatever was at the top of the laundry hamper, quite honestly.
That's basically the same thing I do.
That is exactly how I go
Just
with it.
barely past the sniff
Cass
test.
is just a stand-down kind of guy.
Alright, Chris, what'd you get?
He's a beacon of the community.
Well, I'm wearing one of the pickups, this new Deadpool jacket.
Cool.
Of
That's not a
Deadpool.
movie easy to get.
Okay, hold on a second. Joseph says, did anyone even like Back to the Future 3? I never watched it.
My
1 and
favorite.
2.
That's
I like
actually
Back
my.
to the Future
Yes.
Really liked it, actually.
Number 3 is my
Absolutely.
favorite.
I like it too.
That's
And
definitely
actually,
my
that's
favorite.
been a
of these
trivia
movies.
on Back to the Future Day when I did the stream with Skin Slip. It was actually the first time I'd ever seen it all the way through.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So now
Yeah.
you know how it ends, finally.
Yeah.
There you go.
Like, I had seen parts of it years ago as a kid, but I'd never actually sat down and watched the whole movie all the way through.
I love it, love it, love it.
Yeah.
So Chris,
For those that-
Deadpool jacket.
It's
huh?
fun.
Yeah.
Yes, I love my new jacket. Movies. This seems appropriate to bring up because we were talking about it. Picked up Birdman. On Blu-ray.
Oh,
That
yeah.
case flipcover
Wow.
also.
Funny.
It's slipcover and red case. They're in a different
Nice.
version now.
That's the
This-
one I got too. Yeah.
This was $7.99.
Sweet.
What?
Well, it was $7.99 because I talk about this place all the time, Zia Records. It's my pawn shop that I go to.
Nice.
It was with the 20%, because like the thing is when you buy something there, they give you a 20% off coupon. So I like have a bunch of them because I'm always shopping there. So 20% off, it became $7.99.
Nice.
So it was great to pick this up. I feel like this is going to get a Criterion. Like I think they
deserves
said
it.
something. I think they said they're working on one. I don't remember, but I just really love this movie and I had to
Son
own
of
it.
a bitch.
Yeah, I know.
Something about that.
Really good.
I
Probably
have
won't
some-
double dip.
Really rare shit here. Steelbook of Edge of Tomorrow,
Very nice.
which
That's-
I've heard is real. I haven't seen it yet. Heard great things. I specifically
It's
wanted
actually-
Steelbook because it's the only one that actually maintains the original fucking title.
I was just gonna
Yeah.
say, yeah, that is a way better cover than the one on the actual regular
It is.
Blu-ray.
I think it's
fucking hated
officially
it.
been renamed Live Die Repeat, actually.
No.
Yeah.
It's
I
Edge
see
of
it
Tomorrow.
now. It's Live Die, and that's like I think that's the new title. It's bullshit.
No,
Yeah.
it
Edge
is
of Tomorrow
not
was
the
way
new
better.
title. Fuck that shit.
I always
I
call Edge of
want you to
Tomorrow.
believe that.
I always
Yeah.
call Edge of Tomorrow.
La 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 la. The
That's such a bullshit cover.
this one.
Yeah.
This is another movie that people are gonna go, what the fuck? Because I haven't watched it yet. But I loved technically the first movie, I guess. But I got the sequel. Everyone says it's a way better movie.
Okay.
Metal Pack of Dawn of the Planet of the Apes.
Oh yeah, it's a good movie.
You are in for such a treat.
Yeah.
I don't know if
look
it's
forward to
better.
it.
It's just different.
A lot of people said it was a lot like a way better movie, and considering it seems to, because I remember reading that it borrows a lot from. Maybe this is an unpopular opinion, but my favorite Planet of the Apes movie is Battle for the Planet of the Apes.
Really?
It's also my,
Yeah,
it's also
yeah,
my
that-
favorite too.
It is
Wow.
my absolute favorite. It is.
So-
Like, we all know.
Where's
We all
one over
know.
five?
We all know progressively the Apes movies just get worse because they kept getting smaller and smaller budgets.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I enjoy all five. Don't get me wrong.
Oh yeah, but like, Battle was always my favorite as a kid because I just loved every minute of the fucking war scenes. It was just so much
So
fun.
cheesy. It,
Oh yeah,
The,
Cheese
it
is
also
no-
played endlessly on TV, guys. That's
Yeah,
why
I was gonna
some of
say,
us really
that's,
like
that's
it.
the one I
But,
saw
like,
the most as
yeah,
a kid.
so
was that.
they apparently there's a lot of like homages to that one. So I was like,
Yes.
well, that's my favorite one.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah,
have
no,
to
this-
see it.
Yeah, you'll definitely see a lot of callbacks to that one in there.
That's going to be great. And the Metal Pack actually comes with the 3D Blu-ray, so
Nice.
That's
if
cool.
I ever get a 3D TV, I can see that in 3D.
Oh, snap. That's
Uh,
really nice.
This is a screener from Flickr Alley, which was for trivia. Flickr Alley was the first company to ever say yes to screeners for my YouTube channel, and they still
Yay.
get stuff. This was one I was
Yay.
actually
So
really
jealous of
interesting.
your steelbook that you have.
of a Trip to the Moon.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, that was like the first screener I ever got.
I know.
Still over there.
So
I love it. Great film. Anyway.
You have a screener of a trip to the moon? Of a
Yeah, it was
Steelbook?
one of the very first screeners I ever got was the Trip to the Moon Steelbook Blu-ray from Flickr Alley.
That now
Oh,
goes for like
wow.
$80.
Yeah, it goes for a lot of money now. Anyway, this one is because I love this character, and I plan on getting more things with this character because I love everything, so it's kind of a completion thing for me. William Gillette's with Sherlock Holmes.
Nice.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
sweet.
Cool.
I haven't really looked at it yet, but Flickr Alley is kind of like I think it goes right up there with Kino and Criterion. They just
Yeah.
put a lot of work into these releases.
They're
That is
expensive,
the-
too. More expensive than Criterion's.
That right there is the plethora of bonus features on this thing.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
yeah.
Now, is that a
There's a
movie
lot.
or a TV series?
I honestly don't know. I think it's a
I
movie.
believe they're theatrical. It's a theatrical movie.
Like again, I knew very little, but I just saw that it was Sherlock Holmes. I was like, you know what? It's the 1916. Then yeah, I think this is shorts.
The silent
1916?
Yes,
Yeah.
1916.
Wow, that's probably like the first one ever.
No, it's actually a full-length film. It's 116 minutes.
Yeah.
And it includes.
That's been restored like Criterion, by the way.
Well, according to
That's
this, it
awesome.
actually includes 2 versions of the film.
Whoa.
On a dual, yeah, this is a really good release. Like again, I didn't know much, but I was like, it's Sherlock Holmes. If I don't get a free copy, this is going to be a lot of money. So I want to get it.
Probably.
Yeah,
32.58, I think. They're expensive. More expensive than Criterion's.
But well, I mean, the most expensive Sherlock
On Amazon.
thing is the original TV series that I want to get on Blu-ray.
You're talking about the Granada series?
Yes, the Granada series is the one.
Yes, I want that
for
so
me,
bad.
the Granada set is kind of like my holy grail of, oh, I need you.
See, it goes on sale sometimes on Amazon.
It does, but every time it goes on sale, I'm broke.
Yeah. I hear you.
Got a bunch of animated pickups here. This one was highly recommended by a lot of friends and fans, and the people who made this made a movie that back when I used to work as a print critic for my state's paper, it was one of the films I had to review, and I actually fucking hated the movie. It was called Secret of Kells. So it kind of made me
I didn't like it either.
Oh, okay, good.
Justin loved it, though, but I really like the animation. Yeah.
Sorry. Well, I mean, the animation's great, but I fucking hated how rushed and pointless the movie was. There were, like, so many problems, but that's beside the point. It kind of tainted my interest in this movie, but everyone said, dude, you gotta see it. It is way better than Secret of Kells, and that is Song of the Sea.
Yeah, I believe Justin is going to see that and tell me if I was going to...
It looks
I've heard that was really good. Yeah.
It looks very Studio Ghibli inspired with its art.
Yeah. It was very well received critically, I know that.
At all. I'm
glad that I'm not alone in that.
Yeah. I actually thought it was boring, but I mean...
It is. It's fucking boring, pointless, and the ending is abrupt and rushed.
Yep.
But this looks good. Haven't checked it out, but sure it'll be great. This is, sadly, kind of the only thing I've been watching of the pile. I've been watching this with my brother because he was really interested in checking it out. I got Star Wars Rebels Season 1.
I need to get that.
Really good show so far. I've not seen Clone Wars.
I really like what I've seen of it so far, too.
I've been loving it.
Do I need to see Clone Wars to see that at all?
No, it stands on its own very well. Because I've never seen Clone Wars. This stands
Rebels takes place between episodes 3 and 4.
Yeah, but I imagine there'd be like, I don't know, reference a character,
the only thing it shares is a similar animation style and characters who we always see in Star Wars anyway. So there's not much continuity. It's its own thing. Check it out. It's great.
You'll see a lot more familiar characters in that than you do in Clone Wars, like ones from the original trilogy and stuff show up in it. So,
this one was another recommendation. This one, my friend Romero pestered me for many years, saying you gotta see it, you gotta see it. Summer Wars, which is by the same guy who did Wolf Children, and for let's see, The Girl Who Left Her Time.
Oh, that one's a good one, actually.
Mamoru Hosoda, I believe his name is. I know him because he did a segment of the Digimon movie, because like the Digimon movie was a splicing, kind of like the Robotech. It was 3 movies put together as one. So like one of the segments was done by Mamoru Hosoda. And apparently this is like loosely based on that, so it's kind of like a sort of spin-off of that idea, but like its own movie. So I can't wait to check that out. This is probably going to get a mixed reaction, but I wanted to check this out because I'm a completist. The Ninja Turtles remake, whatever you want to call it, reboot, but the Steelbook.
You got the Steelbook.
Yes, Steelbook. I like the cover better. I like the whole split thing they got going on. They got like
I picked that too. Not the Steelbook, but. You know.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it'll suck. I don't know, but hey, still looks cool.
I did a review.
I still really want to see that movie. I need to get it.
I think deep down, I think every Turtles fan wants to see it at least out of curiosity.
It was alright.
Yeah. This one is a.
I had some issues. There were other. I didn't hate it as much as I thought I was going to. I had
same.
Had some issues with
you did a really in-depth, like, good review of it too. I remember that video.
Yes.
It was like 50 minutes long. It was like.
And I agree with you know.
Yeah, I think it was like 47 minutes.
Like the problem, I don't like the way
that's how I like my Sean. Lengthy.
Okay.
Yeah. Long and firm.
Long and rambling.
This is another screener. At Time Life, they fucking love me apparently because they gave me the fucking Wonder Years Locker set.
They just gave that to you? Oh,
dude, did you not see my fucking review?
No.
What is wrong with you? I
maybe I did.
review shit that you actually would love to see, and you don't even.
I remember when you
I may have seen it. I didn't know they just gave it to you. Though. I thought you bought it.
Right up there. Right
Jesus
there next to the ET
Christ.
set.
Yeah.
Probably should have kept that one under wraps. Jesus.
That's great.
Sorry. Anyways,
The
like
envy
they're doing,
waves are radiating on me
I
right
see
now.
you have the ET gift set. Very good.
Yeah, I still have that, and it was like next to my Cowboy Bebop record package set.
Oh, you got that one. Yeah.
I got every copy of Cowboy Bebop. I bought them all.
Nice.
Anyway, so like they want me to do like a holiday gift guide on the website, which is they have stuff that like we want you to say, like we want you to recommend these as like holiday items for collectors and your readers. And they had 3 items that I went, you know what? Yeah, I'd like to look at those. 2 of these
Yeah, you
items.
have a website too.
2 of the items aren't here yet. They're the Don Rickles collection.
Oh, wow.
And the Midnight Special. Those 2 haven't arrived yet, but this is the one that I was looking forward to getting. The Carol Burnett Show Lost Episodes box set.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a really cool set.
Now, how many episodes are in that?
Shit. I think the book says. I will say this. This is not a replacement of the Carol Burnett Show, the other box set they did.
No.
So for people who don't know that, get that and this, and you'll basically have the best sort of complete
Everything
Carol
that they've put out.
Well, I think because
I wish they'd put out complete seasons of that.
Well, I think it's like an SNL thing is that there's a lot of rights they can't get a hold of.
Yeah, probably, but
They
basically,
yeah.
But the cool thing about the Lost episode set is it's episodes from the early seasons of the show that have never been released on video before.
Yes, I think there's actually a picture of the original television negatives right there.
Wow, look at that.
Little booklet. It's a nice set. It's packaged a
stick.
lot. It's packaged a lot like the ET set and the Blade Runner sets. You know, they have a little ribbon there, and you have all the DVDs inside.
That's
So it's a cool little set. Here's that. I have a couple games that I bought that I'll just quickly go through. Left 4 Dead 2 for Xbox 360. It's supposed to be really good. It was cheap, so why not?
Yeah, I got it on Steam. I played a lot of it.
2 nostalgic classics for me. I found them at that same place where I found Final Fantasy VII for shit money. I had to buy them. The first 2 Oddworld games for PlayStation 1.
Nice. Oh, yeah,
Nice.
love those.
One
I
of
got
my
the first one on PSN.
Yeah, it's fucking. I love these games. I've been playing the remake, New and Tasty. It's really fucking good.
Yes, that is a very good game.
And of course, like I keep showing off, my first new system ever, a Wii U. I've been playing around with. I ordered
Black.
Nintendo Land. Yes, well, black is the one with the most space.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 32 gigs as opposed to a white one, which is only 8 gigs.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, fuck that. Don't get the white one. But I've been playing around with it. I bought one game. It's not here yet, but that'd be Nintendo Land. And it's kind of cool that it's black because now all my fucking game system match. They're all black. So got like a little black collection going on. Yeah, those are my savage, obnoxious pickups.
Yay!
That's awesome. That's some really good stuff.
Thank you.
I am quite jealous of some of it.
Which
You're a
ones?
bastard, Chris. That's
I'm
all I have to say.
sorry.
I hate that you get Flickr Alley stuff. I hate it.
That's pretty sweet. Yeah, that's some pretty awesome stuff.
What the fuck made you so jealous? Now I'm curious.
Yeah, I don't know, stuff.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. You're a
Moving
bastard.
on.
Just
Talk
get
about
out
some other
everything.
non-constructive conversation. So, shall we discuss Ash vs. Evil Dead Episode 1? Because I haven't seen Episode 2 yet.
I haven't seen Episode 2 yet either.
Ash vs. Evil Dead? First episode? Everyone watch
Oh
it?
yeah. No, I haven't. Is Episode 2 out? I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it came out tonight, I think. Yeah.
All right, I'm actually in the middle of watching Fear the Walking Dead right now.
Nice.
No spoilers for Ash. I have not.
God damn it, get out, Chris.
Hey, I have a job now. I have shit
whatever.
to do.
It's one show.
I haven't even had time to make my own videos at this point.
Aren't they like 22-minute episodes? I forget. It's like
I've
it was
got-
so short.
What, Ash vs. Evil Dead? No,
Yeah.
it's like an hour.
Well, it should be
I
like
think,
2.
I think the first episode is an hour.
Oh, is it a half
Oh.
hour regular?
Yeah, I think it's regular. I think it's like the first one was an hour, and then the second one was like 20 minutes. I don't know.
Oh, I thought it was going to be 6 hour long episodes.
I really don't
So
quote
sad,
me on
no.
that.
Or 10,
Like,
whatever.
seriously, don't quote me on that.
I hope
But
not.
yes, I still need to get caught up on the regular Walking Dead. I've still only seen up to episode 1 of season 5, so I'm way the fuck behind on that. But I figured I'd at least watch Fear the Walking Dead because it's not really connected, other than it takes place in the same world and it's shorter. It's only 6 episodes.
So it's like a miniseries?
It was basically a sort of test run to see if people would be into a second Walking Dead series.
Oh yeah, and they got renewed for 22 or whatever, right?
No, well, hold on. So they did 6 episodes, and I guess it did well because they got renewed for an additional 15. So they're going to do a 15-episode season. So pretty much the same as what the regular Walking Dead series is now, which usually gets 16. So yeah, so pretty cool.
Cool.
I'm enjoying it so far. I'm about halfway through the 3rd episode, so it takes place at the beginning of everything, like when the outbreak first starts and people don't know what's going on and stuff like that. So it's quite light on the zombie action in the first couple episodes. Some people were complaining it was a little too slow-paced. And it's like, well, it's
That's how the first series was.
It's showing the beginnings. I mean, it's not like just suddenly there's millions of zombies everywhere, you know. But it shows, like, you know, sort of follows one particular family and how they're trying to figure out what's going on, and then some people that they meet up with and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm liking it so far. I'm digging it.
Is the whole all 6 episodes out already?
Oh yeah.
Oh, cool. I guess I should check it out. It's a different series. I got fed up with the other series. Just the choral and the fucking ripping, irrational and crazy, and a bunch of the other characters were driving me nuts. I'm like, I gotta take a break from this. So I stopped at the mid-season, season 5.
Yeah, I don't know why I stopped in particular. I just kind of drifted away from it for a bit. It's like, you know what? I'll get back to it eventually.
Eventually, yeah.
So I'll probably, I'm kind of getting, you know, back into zombie story mode. I'm enjoying Fear the Walking Dead. I'm really enjoying the Telltale Games Walking Dead game.
Both games.
Yeah, I've been playing that on Twitch, and really enjoying it a lot. It's very, very well written, very well done. Yeah, I mean, it's on par with the show as far as I'm concerned in terms of drama and, you know, shocks and surprises and twists and stuff. It's very, very well done. The second episode of that, by the way, is going up on my YouTube page on Monday, or if you just can't wait, you can watch it in the highlights on my Twitch channel. So there you go. And probably be doing some more Twitch after the show tonight, just so you know. Speaking of which, we're on the subject. Probably won't be Walking Dead. Probably going to play some more Fear 2. Might play something else entirely. I don't know. I haven't really decided yet. We'll see how it goes. But, yeah, got some zombie action. I don't know where I was going with that ramble. It just kind of turned into a channel.
The new Jessica Jones series premieres in Netflix in like 2 weeks. So.
Oh, and I haven't watched the Supergirl pilot yet. I keep meaning to watch that, but I haven't checked it out yet.
I'm on episode 5 of Arrow season 3. I'm almost to 8, in which I can start watching Flash again.
Oh, there you go.
Continue on with both of them.
Oh yeah, you want to watch them in tandem because they cross over with each other.
Once a season, yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, not just that, but I mean they kind of run parallel to each other.
Right. I know. Yeah. They have characters that walk back and forth between them.
Exactly.
Oh God, I love that character. She's so adorable.
Which one?
Well, Felicity Smoke, man.
Oh, Felicity Smoke. Oh God, yeah, she's
like my favorite. She's so awesome. I love when she's flustered and just.
She's cute and geeky and
really
awkward.
Fucking smart.
Yeah, and smart.
And completely in herself. It's awesome.
Absolutely.
And she can kick my ass. Well, then so can most people, but whatever.
Ben says, didn't that one guy spoil the ending of Walking Dead? Oh, you're talking about the game. Well, he said something that may or may not have been a spoiler. He might have just been fucking around. I don't know. Either way, I have zero tolerance for stuff like that, so I blocked him. So,
Fuck people like that.
Don't even
Seriously?
joke around about shit like that because I have zero tolerance for spoilers. So if you try to spoil something and ruin it for me or for the viewers, you will be blocked and the comment will be removed. So don't even bother.
That strange guy just told me to watch season 2 Rick and Morty, but I'm only on episode 4 of season 1.
Yes, I have to watch. I have to finish season 1 of Rick and Morty as well. I'm also
Such a good show.
That is
Like,
a great show.
I've actually just discovered that myself.
Yeah,
Oh my
it's
God.
kind of like if Marty and Doc had a TV series.
Well, it is actually based on a Back to the Future parody short called The Doc and Marty, which is actually spelled Marty. If you ever, they're on YouTube. If you ever have are bored, look them up. They're pretty funny. It's kind of weird. I'm getting a lot of questions in the chat. I'm not really used to that. Usually it's for the cool guys like Brandon and Sean and Stout.
The giant hallucinatory seeds were probably the funniest thing I've ever seen in a first episode ever.
Yeah.
I played Rick in my review for Rick and Morty. We had an animated Rick in there.
That's funny.
You should check that
What was really
one
kind
out.
of funny, just on the topic of spoilers, was last night in Walking Dead when Stout accidentally correctly called what one of the badges was going to be.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
one of the
Scout's gone
trophies.
for this.
And the trophies, yeah.
Yeah,
What was-
he just
which
guessed
one
who's
was
coming
it?
to dinner.
Oh,
Yeah.
is that what it was?
Yeah.
Oh, that was. Those trophies were such dick names for you're in the middle of this really intense, emotional, heartbreaking moment, and then you get a trophy for something ding, da 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 da.
Oh, right.
Some smart ass comment will be the
Something
name
about
of
the
the
neighbors.
trophy
Right?
in relation to what just happened, and it'll be some
It'll be something like some loving character just took 8 rounds in the chest and died, and it's emotional. It'll be like, you just earned the 8 is enough trophy, or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
What was the one with the neighbors that Stout called? What was that one?
No, that was the guest who's coming to dinner.
That's what it was, right?
Oh, yeah,
Sidney
yeah.
Poitier film.
He literally posted that in the chat just seconds before the trophy came up, and we all just lost it.
So
Yeah.
actually, I wanted to ask you, Cass, was that your introduction to the world of The Walking Dead?
Yes, actually, because
Wow,
I've really
so-
never seen any of the show.
Oh, okay. So what did you think of the game?
Sorry, just copyright. That's a good show.
Welcome to the Game of
Chewing,
Thrones of the
chewing.
zombie movie
Pretty
universe.
Yeah.
Very much just this overwhelming sense of dread the whole time. It's very, very dystopian.
Yes. Yeah.
It's
It
very-
really
it's
is.
your heart is just going out to all of these people and being like, they're just all fucked, and I'm just watching this.
it's all so inevitable and unavoidable.
Mm.
They're all fucked. Every single one of them. Yeah. No, it's very true, and and all the various forms of The Walking Dead and all the different media are. What the hell is going on over there? Are like that because it's a very bleak, basically post-apocalyptic world where civilization is completely collapsed and it's all in ruins and everybody's just trying to survive. They're trying to, not be eaten by the zombies, but they're also got to watch out for other people who are going to try to take advantage of them or kill them or take what they have and for their own survival and stuff. So it's a lot of interesting dynamics.
I'm pretty sure when he came, the scene where you come running down to the table, and it gives you the little dialogue thing to choose what you're going to say.
Oh yeah.
I think one of the options literally was, "It's people."
Oh yeah. I was just like, I could go all Soylent Green on this, or.
How inconvenient is it that your most recognizable quote is your twist?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that's true. That's true.
Anyone who wants to reference that movie fucking ruins it for everyone.
That's
Yeah,
true.
Exactly. That's true.
Actually, Planet of the Apes is kind of the same way. Everybody
Oh,
just
yeah.
sorts that
Oh,
one
but you
thing.
kind of need more context for that one.
Yeah, actually, you're
but
right.
with
Yeah.
Planet of the Apes, they put it on the fucking movie poster.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
That is I think they corrected that in later releases. Like now it's just
Possibly.
apes. I mean,
Well,
like your
but
box set is just an ape face. You wouldn't even know.
Well, yeah, but that's like the DVD Blu-ray release. I'm talking like theatrical release, like the actual movie poster is.
Yeah, it was like him sitting on the beach, like. But then there's that really epic movie poster of Planet of the Apes that's like the cage, and it's like really like looks like a hand-drawn poster. Like it looks pretty.
Yeah.
What's Ryan talking about? He's making this shit up again.
He's talking out of his ass.
He's talking.
But yeah, no, actually, that was one of the comments I put in the text chat. I was like, Soylent Mama's cooking his people.
I just loved that I called the.
That's what we were talking about.
We were just talking about that.
Yeah.
The name of the trophy for that part.
Yeah. Guess it's coming
You
in.
didn't
then
know
I was like,
that I said
like,
it before the
out for
trophy came.
spoilers.
Yeah.
Soylent legs.
Soylent legs is people.
Yeah, so that was pretty awesome. Everybody was like, "Do episode 3, do episode 3." I was like, "I can't. It's too emotional."
Are you doing episodes tonight?
Too emotionally intense.
Whip.
Or like with Fear 2, and it was, I forget what it was like, are you going to play the whole thing tonight? It's like, it takes 12 hours.
I'll be here until noon.
Hey Sean, Ben Christian in the chat says, Sean, I'm dyeing my hair black tomorrow in honor of you. Stay tuned next week.
I'm sure that'll show up great in the text chat.
Yeah.
For all we know, you have it dyed right now.
Pixar didn't happen. That's how it works.
That's right. Pixar didn't happen. Yeah, I don't know. With this, and then with Fear 2, I heard that you guys were jumping out of your skin as much as I was.
Well,
Yes.
no.
Oh,
Or
shut
just-
up.
Or just skin slip.
No. Listen to me. It was
No.
creepy. It was creepier than the first game, and it
Yeah.
had some great jump scares, but
Oh, yeah.
you were way more jumping than the rest of us. And, Scal, you will remember this, because I said repeatedly, Jesus, he's jumpy.
All I remember is Brandon just freaking out every other scare.
And all of us in the
We need to
chat
give him.
just,
Fuck off.
and all of us just repeatedly just laughing our ass off to the point of tears, where you go out of your way to punch anything that may look like glass.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I was just I was laughing my head off at you breaking everything.
That's
Well,
totally.
and then the part where you were like,
I broke
Thank
more
you.
things because I knew you were
Thank
watching
you.
and would appreciate that.
well, then I loved how you were like, good evening. Bang, bang, bang.
I was making the comment that
I'm like, they honestly designed this game for people like Sean because they knew he was going to walk up and hit the piano with his rifle. Like, let's make it sound.
Exactly. Oh, and it makes different sounds too. Like you
Yeah.
can just bash out a whole bunch of different things.
I kept making the comment, like, I wonder what it would look like if there was like an AI following you and the camera of the AI of it watching you play, and all there's like, okay, we got to do this mission where we got to go hunt down this extraterrestrial, and all you are is just punching every single thing in the room. You're running around breaking windows, breaking TV screens, breaking monitors. You're running to the bathroom and all you hear is bang, bang, bang.
Lovely display.
I think you're retarded.
What a the part where I walked up to the TV and just watching the computer monitor, all the security cameras for like a minute. I'm like, you guys are just waiting for me to smash the TV, aren't you?
I went to bed before that, I think.
The first game, you were breaking all the computers because they were all product placement for Dell.
That's right.
You're like, fuck you,
And
Dell.
fuck you, Dell. And fuck you, Dell.
Oh, God.
That's what kind of laptop I have.
The point I couldn't breathe though, Sean, was when he walked into the washroom and he wanted to go.
Yeah, they had some
Well,
I
that's
mentioned
what I
in the text chat. I was like, It's like only Sean can make this like post-apocalyptic like hero into just a complete asshole walking around. It's like smashing dishes, unraveling toilet paper.
Like, what a lovely display of rare collector's item dishes. Smash, 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 smash. Well, what was that one bowl that refused to break?
Well, it was like a chip was out of it, and that was it.
Yeah, unbreakable.
Yeah, I caught that reference.
Oh, the vase above the toilet.
Oh yeah.
You're just in there. You look at it. You bend down, and it's almost like I could see your thought process on this. You see it, you look up, and you see it, and you're standing in front of the toilet, you punch it, it falls to the ground, and you stare at it, you bend down, you look at it, and then you just go, punch. Huh. It's just like, oh my God, you're playing a horror game, and you're amazed by a vase.
The shelf broke, but the vase stayed intact. What are the chances?
But of course, when you tried to smash the toilet, I knew instantly what you were thinking of.
Oh yes, the great toilet smash.
Yeah.
The dump.
Yeah. For those who don't know this story, I don't know if it's actually ever been told, but years ago.
I've been told a few times, but go ahead.
Okay. Years ago, we had the big house. We our dad replaced all the toilets. And this house had like I think 6 or 7 bathrooms or something like that.
There was a lot of toilets.
There was the main house, and then there was like a little separate house our grandparents lived in.
You had a whole other house?
Yes.
What the fuck, you rich fuck?
There was a house, and then next to that was a cottage.
That's where our
like a whole cottage, lived. like a deli and
it's like full cottage.
A post office and a gas station, like a whole cottage.
Yes, we owned a town.
Sure, yes, we had our own town. Yes.
Masseuse?
McLean.
But cottage have cottage cheese.
Yeah, we had that, and then well, then there was the change room for the pool. Had a bathroom too.
You had a change room for your pool?
Yes. That's right.
Anyway, so
that's just my regular bathroom.
We replaced
now that
the
we had
toilet.
a pool, is that we had a separate change room for the pool. That's what gets them.
I know. But so, anyways, we replaced all the toilets, and actually, it was funny because we were gathering stuff like to do one big run to the local dump, and I remember actually, I don't know if I ever remember telling you this, Sean, but our dad was. Because all the toilets were like sitting in the backyard, like in this little gravel area we had like behind the house.
Yeah.
But it was kind of in view of the cottage because there was like a little walkway that connected the two houses. So our dad was saying that we were really missing a golden opportunity anytime that our grandparents would have like their church friends over for lunch or something like that. So we should have just had one of us sitting on the toilet with a newspaper, like, "Do you mind?"
Yeah, because you would go. There was like a walkway between the main house and the cottage, and of course all their bedrooms faced the back, and there was like this sort of tool shed thing, and all the toilets were kind of lined up next to the tool shed. So, yeah, we could have easily have done that.
But you had a walkway between the houses. That's like so you had your own college courtyard.
Actually, we did have our own half basketball court.
You fuck.
And there was an orchard.
Yes.
And a pasture. And goats.
Subway, right? You had a fucking Subway. Hey, let me get you had Chipotle. You invented Chipotle, didn't you?
Chipotle, yes. Sure. Why not?
And then there was a McDonald's and
our own personal McDonald's.
Yes, we were Richie Rich growing up.
And he had his own driver for that.
Like, I've already spent my $100,000 a week allowance that I get.
Oh God.
At McDonald's.
$1,000 a week at McDonald's. Holy shit!
You'd be dead in a month.
Oh, you'd be dead in a week.
Die instantly. Just for one day.
That day.
So anyway.
Anyways, so we gathered up a whole bunch of stuff, including the toilets, and we took them to the dump. And this was Sean and I both. So the day we die, we'll always regret not having filmed this.
Yes, it would have been. It would have had millions of views on YouTube by now. There's no question.
Yeah, Because it's just because then we got like you pull up to this big bin basically to throw everything in.
Yeah, so
And
you're
so,
like
yeah.
at the top of the bin, like at the edge,
Right.
and you just huck things into the bin, and you're looking down at it. So
Yeah.
Well, yes, that's how it works.
So
that's
yeah,
how it-
exactly. So we're throwing these toilets in. And what was funny was the guy, like the guy working there, like he kind of caught on to like how we were amused by this and everything. So he actually redirected us halfway through to an empty bin because the one that we were throwing into was starting to get kind of full. So they're like, "Yeah, why don't you just throw them down into this one?" And so I'll never forget the last two because I remember we threw the second and last one in, and it like landed upright in the bin. It was just like I think a little tiny corner chipped off, and it was just like, "King." We're like, really?
Yeah.
Because the other ones have been like exploding on impact, and
Oh
Something
yeah,
like
it was
that.
just
So-
an explosion of porcelain. It was spectacular.
so finally, so when it came to the last one, you know, Sean and I were like, okay, we need to make this one count. So like normally, like easily one person could handle these, but I helped Sean because we wanted to aim and like position it perfectly.
Yeah.
And we're like, okay, 1, 2, 3, and then it landed perfectly on the toilet that was already in there, and they both just blew up.
I know. Just pieces everywhere. It was the most spectacular and satisfying breaking of things I think I've ever done in my entire life. It was just amazing. Basically throwing 8 toilets into a big bin, onto each other, into each other, just exploding toilets everywhere. It was fantastic.
Well, the other funny one I remember too was what was it? We had an old microwave we were getting rid of,
Oh,
and they
that's
told
right,
us that actually had to go down to the recycling area because it was hazardous or whatever. But I forget who, like somebody was going to. I just remember hearing this smash behind me because somebody was going to reposition it like in the back of the truck, and accidentally hit the door open thing.
Oh no, I think it was. I had mentioned actually we could throw the tray in because the tray was glass.
Oh right.
So we could throw that.
Yeah,
in,
and then the
but-
door like popped open and the tray rolled out and smashed on the ground. It just like rolled out like a wheel.
Yeah. Good times at the dump.
Oh,
Manic says it would have been funnier if the second toilet had landed on the first toilet completely unscathed.
you started making a totem pole of toilets. And you're stopping like, why? I wish we would record this.
Totem toilet.
And then
No one's gonna believe
last
it.
toilet, the last toilet was
Right up the
on the
middle
top
of it.
ramp to throw them in anymore.
Yeah. Commander Shepard says, "Is that why Sean smashes fire extinguishers and Dells in fear?"
Yes.
Yes.
The fire extinguisher. Yes, I have to smash the glass on every fire extinguisher box, and there seems to be more of them in Fear too. I was so happy about that.
Wouldn't it be
More
funny
people.
if it's some kind of weird Easter egg?
There should
No,
be a
it's
trophy
not
for it.
apparently.
The first one didn't have any trophies. It was, I guess, before
Yeah.
the days.
There
of
should be a
trophies,
trophy called Disregard for Safety. There's a.
but- Yeah.
So I have a
Me-
story to
Megan-
share.
Sorry, Mega Command is just quickly asking me here. Sean, do you collect vintage toys? I know you have Captain Power stuff, but any other stuff? Wouldn't say I really collect them. Like I don't go out and seek them out, but I still have quite a lot of vintage toys from when I was growing up. Like I've actually got a good chunk of the original Star Wars and Empire Strikes Back toys. Not anywhere near all of them, but I've got a good collection of them. What else? I've got. I don't know, I got a lot of board games. I got like stuff like the Micronauts and Capsella and fuck else do I have? Oh, almost all of the original Transformers, like the original Wave 1 Transformers. I'm only missing a few of those. A couple of Wave 2. Yeah, and stuff like that. Well, and of course all the Captain Power stuff that you mentioned. I've got all the jets, I have all the interactive toys that came out for Captain Power and a few of the action figures as well.
Because
I was
you had to pilot those interactive toys, duh.
Yeah. I was more about the show with Captain Power than anything else. So I have all the videos that they ever put out, including the 3 battle tapes and the music videos collection, which is actually quite rare now, apparently. And yeah.
Understatement.
Well, the music video tape, you could only, it was 4 music videos that were put together specifically to have as a pack-in with the Captain Power guns. So
Right.
there's an incentive for people to buy those. So the only way you could get it was by buying one of the interactive toys. That's
Yep.
the only way, and it would be a pack-in with it. Like the battle tapes you could buy on their own; they were all separate. But the music videos you can only get, and you could only get it for a very limited time. Like it didn't offer it for very long. So I just happened to be in the process of buying the guns at the time, so I was like, oh sweet, well I'll definitely get one with the tape then. So I ended up getting 2 of them. I actually have 2 of the music video tapes.
Nice.
So one kind of as a spare in case the other one craps out.
I assume the other one's not even opened. It's still got its seal and
Well,
stuff.
they were already opened when they were.
Oftentimes they put those stickers on the end, though. I just assumed. Sorry.
But yeah, so the music videos, I really liked the music videos. Actually, it was just like some independent music composition company was hired to compose some songs for it. They did 4
hired some
songs.
schlub like you. Yeah.
That what?
They hired some poor schlub like you. To do music.
Essentially, it was the Einstein Brothers Music Incorporated was the name of the company. So they did 4 songs, and then they compiled some music videos just from clips from the show. And there you go. It wasn't the digitized one that everybody knows. That was actually something else entirely. I don't know where that came from, but it was 4 other songs.
Yeah,
which,
I had the Sauron action figure, the Sauron, however you say it.
Nice.
The fucking bird beak guy, right?
Yeah, the Biodread.
I had him, but I had none of the tapes, nothing else, and I had no idea what he was for the longest time. And then when I was like 13, my friend's like, "Oh, I'm getting rid of some toys." And he's like, "Oh, I'll take a look." So I never got rid of a bunch of my toys. Unfortunately, I did get rid of a bunch of my toys. I did trades and I sold some stuff. And I don't have the Captain Power stuff anymore. But he gave me one of the guns with that tape, and it came with the guy in, I want to say silver. Some guy in silver.
So was it Hawk?
Fuck if I know. The guy with the beard?
I think silver.
The guy with the beard?
Maybe. The toy one might have had a beard. I don't remember.
My memory's fuzzy on this guy. This is 20 years ago. Literally. So I only played with it once. I think I sold it to a friend or traded to a friend for some other figure or some money that I needed. I don't remember. You know.
So you had one of the tapes? Like was it
I had one of the tapes for a few years with one of the guns. One of the ship guns, right?
Was it one of the battle tapes, like one of the animated ones?
Yeah.
That they did? Okay. So it wasn't like episodes of the show though.
No.
Okay.
No. So, and I had seen a few episodes here and there. I had some on tape because when I was, my dad recorded everything for a while, So I had random episodes of shows.
That was in 1987. That was the show I was completely obsessed with. Like I went out of my way to record it. I bought all the videos as they came out. I wouldn't stop talking about it, much to the annoyance of all my friends at the time. All of who hated it.
Nothing's changed.
Nothing's changed.
There you go. So.
Still my joke.
I even went out of my way to record all of the toy commercials. So I would find it because I noticed that the afternoon commercial blocks would repeat every day at the same time. So I would see one of the commercials on like the Monday. So I'd set up a tape to record on the Tuesday for that same time, knowing that commercial would be on again. So I got all but I think one of the toy commercials that way.
That's cool.
Yeah, so they did about 13 or 14 toy commercials during one year.
Thankfully, it's nerds like you that preserve such things for collector's editions, because otherwise there'd be none. Yeah.
Well, and I recorded most of them in SP as well, so I mean they're pretty nice recordings considering.
So you're an extra nerdy nerd, is what you're saying.
Absolutely.
That's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Wasn't Back to the Future? Wasn't Captain Power what you were recording that time when I shut everything off when I was leaving the room?
Yes, I believe it was.
Yes, if I remember the story correctly. Yeah. Yes.
Between you and Dad, it's like the two of you were just determined to sabotage my Captain Power recordings.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
So there was the one time when we'd been trying to teach Cass to turn the lights off when he would leave the room. So I'm sitting there watching and taping Captain Power that week, And Cass decides he's going to leave the room. So he gets up, turns the lights off, and turns the TV and stops the VCR and turns the VCR off. I'm like, what are you doing?
Oh, I love that story.
And he didn't think anything of it. He just thought he was doing what we had told him to do. He's like, I'm leaving the room, so I'll turn everything off. Not
Nobody
thinking that
explains.
there's still someone else in the room.
Yeah.
And then the other time was...
You were so literal, Cass.
It was basically like Jaime from...
Yeah.
You were a born troll is what you're saying.
Yeah.
I love it.
things off. You leave the room. Okay.
Yeah, he would have been like barely even 3 at the time, possibly even not even 3 yet. But this was 1987.
Yeah,
But
I was 3.
so you were just barely 3. You were just 3, I guess. Yeah. So it would have been fall of '87. But yeah, then another time, I think I've told this story before, is I was recording an episode. I remember specifically which episode it was, too. Episode 13, Madness Shall Reign. Yeah, really good episode, which I discovered years later when I was able to see the rest of it. But, so I was recording it, and then suddenly all the power in the room goes off. I'm like, what the hell? And then it comes back on. And then I realize it's my dad in the basement fucking around with the fuses. He's trying to figure out which fuse goes to which room. And I'm like, why do you have to pick the 1/2 hour of the week that I'm recording something to do this? And I'm like, put the fuse back in. He's like, what? What's going on? And I'm like, I'm taping my show. Like, if it had been during a commercial, I wouldn't have cared so much, obviously. But it was in the middle of the show. And as I discovered later, when I saw the episode in full, finally, like literally 15 years later, the scene that I lost on that recording is like arguably the single most important scene in that episode because it sets the chain of events in motion that affects the rest of the story for that episode. So I had no idea why things were happening the way they were happening because I was missing that crucial minute of the show.
Wow. I'd like to point out that if you missed out on Captain Power DVD, you have to pay $150 for it. Out of print.
What? Seriously?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I got
mine when I did.
Yeah. I didn't get one.
Mine.
I'm not really crying about it, but
I bought it in the store.
Well, shit.
I guess I'm gonna die with that one last regret.
Guess I'll have to spend a whole paycheck on it.
A whole entire paycheck.
Well, I
seriously $150 now.
I'm looking on eBay. Yeah, he ain't bluffing.
Amazon
like
too.
Went out of print really fast. Like it didn't come out that long ago.
I wonder, what about the direct site?
Oh, maybe.
I guess I could sell some of my Mad Max Fury Road steelbooks.
The 50 that you picked up, eh? $150. Well, what about on CA? I guess it is out of print.
I don't know, but I just bought the last copy of Skeleton Warriors on Amazon.
Oh, did you?
That's a show that I actually wanted.
That's
one
another
copy.
one. That came out at the same time.
Really?
Same
Skeleton
company.
Warriors is fucking 11
Oh, wait a
bucks.
minute. Hold on. On, oh, never mind. It
There's
says not
2
in
copies,
stock.
I think. There's
Not
still
in
one
stock.
more left, it looks like.
Actually, no. Skeleton Warriors on Amazon CA, there's like 15 copies from third-party sellers for $16.
Yeah, there's a few from. There's like I think it looks like there's one left from Amazon. No, I took the last one from Amazon. There's 3 third-party sellers left. That's it.
Oh, fuck you, scalpers. I don't care if it's out of print. It's not worth that much. On Amazon.ca, $584.96 for Captain Power.
Even with
Or-
conversion, that's not even right.
Or if you prefer, you can buy it from Japa. You can buy it from...
BestBuy.com still has Captain Power for $40.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
It says add to cart. If it wasn't there, it'd say out of stock.
$40.
Okay.
Jesus.
Well,
Hey,
Retail.
that's not bad.
That is it just bought Skeleton Warriors for $11.99.
yeah,
That
that's
was 20 on
Skeleton
Amazon.
Warriors.
Yeah, but
Captain
that's,
Power
that's
It was
still-
$21 on Amazon for a
What are
long
you
time.
talking about? Okay, well that was severely discounted then, because the normal price for that is like between $30 and $40.
Right. For a long time, it was 30, like 35.
Yeah, like that's the normal price. So there you
Retail's
go.
40. Yeah.
You can still get it.
All right, everyone.
Best Buy shop
If
retail.
you want Captain Power, go on Best Buy. But wait for some of us to buy it first. Because you don't matter.
Yeah, stop waffling on it. Buy it already. For fuck's sake.
I gotta write that down.
Now that I know,
It's gonna
I
be
will.
gone if you don't.
But there is one thing, is that my next paycheck, I'm actually finally buckling down and buying a television.
Nice.
Well, there you go.
The only problem is that I'm having difficulty choosing one.
I'll help you out.
I know you well. The big draw is that it has to be at least under $200.
Roth says, "What the fuck? Captain Power DVD already released? What? Yes, it was released like 3 years ago. I posted about it like crazy on the Facebook page when it came out.
Hey, don't you fuckers actually watch InSaNiTy?
It was in an update video back when it first came out. For fuck's sake!
Did you never do a video about it? Like a full in-depth video?
No, I didn't. I was meant to, but I never got around to it because I was going to do my whole Captain Power collection, not just the DVD set.
After you move.
I should still do that, yeah.
You should do it after you move.
Maybe after I move, yeah.
I'll remind you.
Everyone's fucking moving these days.
I just signed my lease for another year, so.
There you go. Putting down the roots.
I'm the only one that still lives. Well, now it's a parent.
Sorry.
Yeah. I've been offered a 2-bedroom apartment here in the same building as of the new year, so hopefully that will happen because that'll be great. Because then Rosie can have her own room.
Oh, that's cool.
I can have a lot more space in my room, and apparently just the general living area is a lot bigger in the 2 bedrooms here too. So I mean, a lot more room for a couple more shelves for the now overflowing collection, and.
I love that, you had that fucking purge, and it never looked like you were missing a damn thing.
I know, right?
Yeah.
The Great Purge of 2010, yes.
Yeah, sure. I mean, that looks like a fucking purge right over there.
I'm missing so much stuff, can't you tell?
Oh my goodness.
I call my purge the Great Purge of 2010. Well,
what I've been looking at as far as televisions, I've been looking at a 32-inch.
Yeah.
Obviously,
I'll help you out off air, Chris.
Right now, I've been eyeing the Insignia 32-inch.
No.
Insignia, Best Buy's in-house brand.
I would skip that.
Yeah, I would skip it.
It's only $190.
I would rather get a Vizio.
A Vizio?
Vizio's not much better.
Isn't that like a Walmart brand?
It's slightly better, I'm just saying.
Yeah, well.
Brands in the
what I would suggest is, if you're setting aside money, set aside money for Black Friday. And see what kind of deals
That's my intention. That's why I'm
Friday.
looking at brands to
Samsung, Sony.
I would suggest going for at least a 40 rather than a 32.
Well, he has a budget though.
Well, yeah, I know, but on Black Friday when you could probably get a 40 for about $200, I'm saying probably. I don't know for sure. And obviously make sure it's 1080p. You don't want.
Well, yeah. The thing I hate about Walmart employees when it comes to televisions is because some televisions don't even say if they're 720 or 1080. They just say HDTV. So I go up to at one time I was looking at one because I had graduation money. I was like, I think I'm going to buy a TV. Yeah. And so I go, excuse me, sir, is this 720 or 1080? What? The TV. Is it
actually, I did dye my eyebrows to match. I just have very fine eyebrows.
Yes, we'll move from idiotic Walmart employees to dyed eyebrows.
Yeah, sorry, it's just a
I keep asking the guy, I go, is it 720 or is it 1080? And the guy goes, well, it's basically the same thing. No, it's not. See, they're two different numbers.
No, oh my fucking god, just punch that person in the mouth.
See how they're different?
So here's a fucking difference.
Here's the truth about Vizio. Vizio is a very good budget brand television.
Okay.
I'm helping Chris out here. So you're likely to find a 40-inch for $250 on Black Friday easily. I would say.
There you go. Yeah.
1080p. So I would say save up. Wait.
Yeah. I forgot what I was going to say now.
The biggest thing is because obviously I'm going to go to Walmart to get it because it's right around the corner of my house.
Yeah.
But no matter how I explain this, it always sounds slightly racist.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, then maybe you shouldn't explain it then.
I'll say
racism.
Go right ahead.
So, currently, I don't have a car. When I say I don't have a car, I don't mean
racist!
Hey, breakfast. No. When I say I don't have a car, I mean we, as in the collective, me and my dad, we don't have a car, so I can't like drive to Walmart. I can walk to Walmart. So I'm thinking, all right, well, I'll go down to Walmart, I'll get a nice 30 or 40-inch television on Black Friday, and then it hit me when I was thinking about it. It's like, how am I getting this thing home? And like, I know that some have like a little plastic handle.
Well, actually, it's not that cumbersome. Like I had my I bought two 40-inch TVs from Best Buy across the street, and they're light. They are really fucking light.
Oh, yeah?
Like each one was maybe 20 pounds total. So that was light enough that I was able to carry the box. I mean, I couldn't carry both of them at once.
I mean, like weight isn't the issue at all.
They brought it that
Chris, you can just have it delivered to your front door. I had my monitor, my 27-inch monitor, delivered to my front door. They put it inside another box if you order from Amazon, so it comes in this giant box.
I know, but I'm impatient.
Or
whatever.
Taxi.
The punchline to the whole thing is that, like, weight's not an issue. All this shit is like, yeah, I can just carry it. I have a fucking shopping cart I can break down and wheel it back home. Then hit me. I go, I live in a rather urban town. So they're just going to see this white guy carry a really big TV.
So have it delivered to your house. God's sake.
Yeah.
And you just said the word urban? Wow.
Urban.
Really?
Urban,
well,
as in Carl.
Yeah, he lives in an urban town.
I do. I live in a very urban neighborhood.
That's pretty sweet. Wormhead just commented, Zern Isaac, the other day I got 3 Fangoria magazines for $5.
Nice.
That's pretty sweet.
Considering they're like $9 an issue.
Like normally,
Great.
Yeah. That's pretty awesome. Well, we should probably wrap it up, guys.
Are you going to play Fear 3?
Well, I'm probably going to finish Fear 2.
We're going to end it on a race.
Are you going to play right now?
Possibly.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have 2 announcements first before I'm just gonna run before we start closing out after the show.
All right.
It's a Minecraft server. If you're interested in joining, send me an email. We also are gonna do Magic the Gathering via a program called Coctress. Also send me an email, skinslope@gmail. If you're interested in either of those 2 things. There you go. That's it. Those are my announcements.
All right. Cool. So we'll be heading over to. Well, I'll be heading over to Twitch, and you can see some of the boys, I'm sure, in the text chat there. And I'm going to be playing something, probably more Fear 2, possibly something completely entirely else. I don't know. We'll see. We'll take a look. Anyway, that is it from us to you for now for this week for Saturday Night Insanity. So thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Until then, thanks for chatting, and sayonara.
Chatting.
Bathroom
Thanks for
story.
chatting. Chat away.